Hello everyone, and welcome back to Pathologic 3. Previously, we greatly investigated both Simon and Isidore's last steps. We went to the funeral, and we gained access to Simon's focus, his private study. And now we're moving on to day 6, back into the plague and infection. Seraphima! And the army. And glowing paper. Hopefully this isn't bad. Chief, thank God you're alright. They wouldn't let us see you for so long. Suspect Daniil Denkovsky, Bachelor. You have 2 minutes to talk. Do you know this woman? Seraphima! They got you too? Damn it. Please answer the question. I'm here on my own free will, Chief. I demanded they let me see you. And they agreed? Just like that? It's a trap, Seraphima. You just up and disappeared. I heard they brought you in for a chat. Do you even understand how long this chat has been going on for? That's a good question. I filed complaints with a couple of officers, but of course that went nowhere, so I've come to see you myself. And I won't leave until I'm certain you're being treated properly. How long has this chat been going on? Feels like at least a couple dozen hours now. Hours? So it's just like I thought. They're not simply talking to you here. They're doing something. Using Gorski and Stein's work, aren't they? Weren't Gorski and Anna Stein? Didn't they work on the prototype or something? Or did they just mention that they had written a paper about something? I think they are associated with the prototype, because this line. Well, when it comes to vaporized substances in the air, I have no way of knowing if they're exposing me to something. I had some reagents on me, but they took it all away at the door, so I can't check. The main Thanatica archive is in your head, Chief. We can't lose it. I won't have it. I've never regretted keeping poor records more than I do now. Listen, Daniel. Walls can be rebuilt, experiments can be redone, samples collected again. But your mind. You weren't yourself when you came back from the Gorgon. It's like you became a different person. Look at me. I need you to walk out of here as the man you were before you left for that trip. I'm a different person? There's a lot to be implied there. What do you mean different? How so? Alright, Citizen Lokvitskaya. You wanted to make sure your father is alive and well? As you can see, we have not laid a finger on him. But discussing business with him? No, that's forbidden. That wasn't part of our agreement. Wrap it up. Father... Oh, right. Thank you for coming to see me, my darling daughter. I'm doing fine. Now be a dear and leave, both this place and the city. You're the founding father of Thanatica. They've accused me of failing to save the town, but my real crime is wanting to disrupt the order of things. Somehow, the powers that be really need people to keep dying. Damn it all, Chief. Tell them whatever they want to hear if you must. They don't really care what happened out on the Gorgon. But no matter what you do, you have to be yourself when you walk out of here. Got it? Your own self. She's emphasizing that again. I wonder if this is gonna have ending implications. You keep saying that as if I could walk out as you, Platon, or the Inspector. Alright, into day 6. We have no previous record to go off of. So then we just have patients at the hospital and whatever else happens, which is not the end yet.
This is it.
Nothing from Heron. Hey, Eva.
A pinewood house, a knife of brass,
A friend in words. These are all glass.
So how's that seesaw in your head? Are you getting used to it? Remember what we talked about last time? Did we talk about it yesterday? I didn't say yesterday, I said last time. I don't understand. Alright, never mind. I dreamed last night that we have 3 seasons here. Makes sense, doesn't it? Everything else comes in threes. 3 ruling families, 3 mistresses, 3 parts of the town. Just 3? Feels more like 12.5 at least. You're thinking of the districts. Each has its own character, but broadly speaking, the town is divided into 3. The stone yard surges forward, the earth clings to its roots, and the knots bind one to the other. 3 banks, separated by the branches of the Gorgon. You're right. But that's just another way of talking about ourselves, after all. One cannot live without the other. The town is indivisible, a single organism. I've noticed the animal symbolism, but your town doesn't seem whole to me. It's more like a chessboard, broken into squares. You don't see the town as a unified whole? Why? What do you mean, why? It just is that way. Not for everyone. For instance, I can walk along the entire bank of the Gorgon without pausing to catch my breath. But you say you keep stumbling whenever you cross from district to district. That's how you see the world. Why? Are you hinting that I'm fractured myself? Not at peace with myself? Not a unified whole? There's a grain of truth in that, but I think for many, the town is fractured without Simon and Isidore. For many, but not for you? Not for me. I rarely leave the Stillwater anyway. What does Simon have to do with it? Others will tell you that his authority kept people in check, and without it they went mad and conflicts arose. But I don't think that's it. Simon wanted this fracturing, and the fact that you see it is a part of his grand design? I don't know, but I think it's important, and in the end, it will help you, not hinder you. Then I need to gather myself into a unified whole. Interesting. Anyway, previously we got a new decree that should be really interesting and fun. Encouragement. Decorate the town with colorful lanterns. How does the town look actually? Ooh, lots of plague. My decree board is a bit messed up. Let's see what I can do to fix this. Let's put in a quarantine here on the previous day, as well as stopping time and strap neck protection. And then today, let's do strap neck protection for the contagion, and also curfew? Now let's just unrest. Stopping time, I guess. Okay, I lowered some contagion with that. Shouldn't be too bad. Oh, it's still real bad. That's okay. Patients are waiting for me to make a vaccine for the day. I have to diagnose each patient correctly. Georgi scheduled another meeting with me. Okay. Let's see if there's anything awaiting us downstairs today. Katerina! Hello! Jerboas. I forget, did we actually see this trophy already? Not 100% sure. Katerina Sabarova, leader of the Humbles cult. The last mistress of the town. Mistresses, that's what they call the women here who supposedly possess magical powers. The ability to see the future or to change it. There were legends of miracles performed by other mistresses, but people said Katerina lacked the gift. I think her ill reputation came about because she was barren. I love the trophy. The Treboers are a nice touch.
They are the ones who must bow to me.
You know, Denkovsky, when Alexander told me he assigned an outsider doctor to fight the plague, I questioned his decision. But now I see he was right. You're doing very well. I'm not giving you morphine, don't even ask. Such a blatant flattery. People usually lead that way when they want something from me. You're right. I have a very delicate matter to discuss with you. You might have met the local children, the ones that neither live in the polyhedron nor run with Notkin's gang, I mean. Really? I thought all the children lived in the polyhedron, and only went out for a walk sometimes. No, there are plenty of children in the town itself, like Notkin's gang, but I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about the children who live on their own. The orphans? This town has a lot of orphans. No one has seen them since yesterday. They're usually always around, but now they're just gone, into thin air. I'm not the only one who noticed. My neighbors did too. Something's wrong. I was meaning to ask you to find out where they might be. Why me of all people? Do I look like their nanny to you? I have no one else to turn to. Or rather, I asked everyone I could, and now I'm asking you. There are these nasty rumors going around town about my daughter, Clara. People say she had something to do with their disappearance. It's not true, and I'm ready to testify under oath that Clara is innocent. Do you suspect anyone? If not Clara, then who? Are you familiar with Anna Angel? I love Anna Angel. She's literally one of my favorite characters. Never heard of her. A horrible creature. People say many things about her. For example, that she was once part of a traveling theater troupe. She used to kidnap children and sell them. Are these suspicions all you have on her, or do you actually have proof of her involvement? I personally saw her talking to them in the hindquarters yesterday. The children were on the playground, and she came up and spoke to them, and then they disappeared. Frankly, that's not enough for a criminal case. Please talk to her. I'm really worried about the children. Today she was seen at the Stomaton's pub. She goes there sometimes. At the pub then, fine. I'll go pay her a visit. Oh my god, of course. Missing children. Murky? Oh, Murky. Yeah, she is one of the town's orphans. Does that mean Sticky too, then? Murky and several other children haven't been seen for a couple of days. Anna Angel, I love you, but I swear to god if you've harmed Murky. Do I need to charge? I do. There's always a full charge here in this box, every day. For the prototype. And I do need that. Anyone else? Hello? Doctor, my schmouter broke down. It doesn't work anymore. Can you fix it? What schmouter? It cures the sand pest. You take some schmouter and you're right as rain. Just your tummy aches a bit, and there's blood in your mouth. Oh. If your tummy aches and you're bleeding, you're definitely not right. Yes, you are. Could not be righter. Stasia got better. Red too. Someone who took this medicine survived the sand pest? Can you take me to those patients? This was during the first outbreak. They died a long time ago. Stasia left town, and Red got crushed in a warehouse. Oh. Okay, you're basically saying there's a remedy for the sand pest. Catchfly and Crowfoot made it 5 years ago. There were others, but Catchfly and Crowfoot are the ones I know. You crush and mix all the pills, and you get Schmouder. It cures anything, even the sandpest, but it doesn't work no more. Alia swallowed it and died anyway. Can you fix it? You're a doctor. How intriguing. You played at curing the plague with a mix of crushed pills. Do you know which pills? I'm not Catchfly. She'd know. I doubt that your play medicine has any effect, but I can't rule it out. Give me your Schmouder. I'll study it in my lab. Oh my god, a Schmouder for free? You don't know how valuable this is, Daniel. A box with some kind of crushed pills. Harmful. Children believe it should cure the sandpest. Daniel, the best way to test anything is to eat it yourself. Eat the Schmouder. A mixture of outdated, harmful, and intoxicating substances. Won't help against sandpest, but will cause severe kidney and liver damage. Oh, but it will. Well, no, she said this one's broken. High toxicity? I hold a cure for plague in my hands. At least that's what a tiny girl claims and asks me to verify it. Where did she get this mixture? Even an adult's body won't withstand such side effects, let alone a child's. Where's my Schmouder? Did you fix it? Tell me, girl, where did you get this Schmouder? Who told you it fights the plague? Everyone knows it fights the plague. Last time we beat the plague with Schmouders. Can anyone in the town confirm your story? Matthew will tell you it's true. Oh, but I shouldn't have told you. He made me swear not to come to you. He promised to smash the windows in your hospital. He thinks you're a shooknak. A shooknak? What does that mean? Ah, you thought we didn't know. You don't cure people, you just take their blood to drink it. No one gets better after they see you, so you're no doctor. Yeah, I guess all my patients just die anyway. I'd take blood to analyze it, to make a vaccine for the plague. The Schmouders beat the plague last time. Catchfly and Crowfoot saved the whole town. Catchfly and Crowfoot, you say? Where do I find them? Not far from here, in the alley behind the theater. I don't know if Catchfly will make Schmouders for you, though. She says you're a swindler who drains people's blood but doesn't help anyone. Someone who sells poison calling me a swindler. Ironic. Unfeasible, destroyed the cure for the plague without ever learning its properties. That's what the achievement I just got was. Could I have done something different with that Schmouder? Well, I disposed of it, unfortunately. Alright, let's get a move on.
Can't think like that.
Alright, the lanterns. Oh, this is so nice. Just wait till the night. I bet it'll look even better. Looking at the lanterns? This is so pretty. The town's never been so decked out, even for the holidays. Now look at all this nonsense. Oh, shush. All you ever do is complain. I've never seen anything like this, and I doubt I ever will. I'm glad this idea wasn't a complete disaster. Was it you who lit up the town then? Why stop at this? You could have, I don't know, made people draw funny faces on their fences, or smutty words. As if we have nothing better to do. Stop it! You'll ruin the mood for yourself and others. I cannot believe some people. Whatever you do for them, they find fault with it and ruin even the smallest treats. Shame on you. What did I do? I didn't take down your lanterns. I don't ruin them. I'm just saying how it is. This sounds quite selfish. I'm telling you that some people only care about themselves. Talking to them is pointless. They don't register you. They cannot see beauty either. They just don't have the range for it. Don't be mad at him, please. I don't know what's gotten into him today. He's not his usual self. Think what you will. If you don't want to look at things realistically, it's your choice. I'm not mad, rather amused that even such a harmless thing as shining a light will meet disapproval. Say whatever you want to say. The prettiest thing in this town. Right, we now have quite a few things to do. But I suppose we should go see this meeting with Georgi first. Because now they like me, because I fixed that. So hopefully I won't be getting kicked out. Hold on, let me.
Superstitions aren't real.
Thank you for repairing that every day, Georgi. I appreciate it.
This town has too many reinforcement ribs.
Reinforcements ribs, okay. Bachelor, you have come. I was not certain you would, yet as I see, you are in earnest about grasping Simon, about understanding his manner of thought. The accused are already waiting for us, but first answer me this. What do you believe in? In scientific knowledge alone. Any other belief is the province of fanatics. Is that so? You are quite categorical. Simon said that categorical judgments are dangerous. They deprive the mind of flexibility. Today we shall decide the fate of the 3 accused, acting in collusion. They broke into a tailor's house and appropriated a number of valuable items. Lies! We found nothing worth taking in that hovel. The owner was at home, and he died of a ruptured heart in the very midst of the crime. At least you're not lying about that. He dropped dead on his own. Nothing to do with us. How can it have nothing to do with you? He died because you broke into his home. That tailor was a miser, lived like dirt, but sat on piles of money, loved counting coins, hated spending them. The neighbors said he would be out, so I climbed in, and there he was, snoring in bed, the bastard. He woke up, he saw us, and then just started wheezing, dropped dead right there. What good is money now? What can you even buy with it? I was hungry, that's all. You lot at the town hall eat your fancy cuts and write your damn decrees, while I hadn't had a crumb in my mouth for 3 days. I even dug through trash heaps. Nothing there either. What will you say, Bachelor? Are you capable of weighing the measure of their guilt upon your inner scales? How much doubt will you place upon them, and how much mercy? The 2 of them have spoken, but why is the Odong silent? Ene mini zim. I am guilty, Shaki. He saw me, and Bodo crushed his heart with the hooves of her bulls. Ene mini zemi. I am a disgrace. No. It seems the Odong is the only one of the 3 whose conscience truly torments him. What do you know about conscience, you capital rat? Think we broke in because life's so easy? You think it doesn't gnaw at us? It gnaws all right. It gnaws all right. But hunger gnaws harder than conscience. But what would you know? You've only read about hunger in books, you swine. I once came here because I believed in utopia. They promised a town that lives as one body, where everyone works for the future. And the tailor hid his money. That means he stole it from the town. I needed that money to keep building the utopia. So you meant to build a utopia at the tailor's expense? He earned that money by his own labor. No utopia gives you the right to take it. Simon truly did dream of building a town that would become a crucible. A town where different people and convictions could live in peace, complementing and enriching one another. He oriented himself toward the truth of each individual, and for that he was respected by all, worms and signs alike. That is the eternal problem of utopias. Simon's idea was beautiful, but no sooner was he gone than people rushed to distort and reshape what he had created. What do you think Simon would have done? How would he have dealt with these people? How would he have resolved this dispute? Well, Simon got stabbed by someone and then invited him to dinner. So I think Simon would not punish them all that bad. Release the Yodong, feed the man, send the woman to a construction site somewhere. If she wishes to build a utopia, let her build it with her own hands. Victor would have called your approach differential, selective mercy with a pinch of irony. I'm glad you did not strike rashly and apply the same measure to all. So what happens now? I have not yet decided. I am still weighing their guilt upon my inner scales, and you, Bachelor, have helped me adjust those scales just now. Come the day after tomorrow, there will be another dispute for you. Perhaps the last on the path to understanding Simon. I'll be there, I promise. Am I wrong? Chimera. The town is a crucible where opposing ideologies impossibly mixed. Only Simon knew how to fuse them together. Local justice satisfies all parties, but has nothing in common with my notion of fairness. Regular invitation. Once again, I go to Georgi's workshop trying to comprehend his brother's great mind. I guess you're gonna teach me something about Simon every day. Every 2 days? Every now and whenever. That's that wrapped up. Okay. How about we head for the hospital, diagnose a few patients, and then from there we'll do some quests, and then I might have to replay the day again, and then we'll do the rest of the patients and wrap up with the rest of the quests. Oh, there's a gathering. And Yakov's outside. Breach of sterility. A whole delegation awaits me at the hospital. Either they came with gratitude for my work or to riot. Let's hope not.
Line, ... Now you have a cootie shot.
Okay. My friends, good sirs, I beg of you, one at a time. One at a time or all at once, it doesn't matter. We won't enter your house, Emshim. Your house, Mukai Unurtai. Would you like to explain yourself, little? What is this? Oh, Dr. Denkovsky, hello. I took the initiative here and invited these esteemed ladies and gentlemen for research purposes. But I've encountered some difficulties, you see. They refuse to set foot in the hospital. And why, pray tell, are you trying to drag an entire crowd into the hospital? It's the orderly's job to bring in patients with intercurrent diseases. You shouldn't have to worry about that. How do I put it without sounding impertinent? Oh, I'll just say it, and you can scold me later. I want to test a hypothesis. Since the last outbreak, there have been rumors that stepfolk aren't affected by the sand plague, that they're more resistant than others, so I thought maybe we could use that to formulate our vaccine. We are born from the earth and live by the earth, Emshim. It protects us. You severed ties with the earth long ago. That's why it takes you, pulls you down. A la dog. Is your hypothesis based solely on rumors, or is there some substantiated data? I've been questioning stepfolk here and there, and they all insist that shepherds and brides never get infected. The older ones, while the young catch the plague faster than anyone. They say old shepherds have had bulls by their side for a long time, and something passes to them from the bulls as Bodo's blessing. Apparently, younger people sometimes can't withstand this blessing. Go on, I'm genuinely curious. Oh, speaking my mind in front of you is outright terrifying, but I'll just have to soldier on. What if Bodo's blessing isn't superstition, but a scientific fact? So I took it one step further. I started asking if anyone had ever seen a plague-infected bull. And what do you know? No one has. Bodo loves her bulls, Emshim. Bodo's love is stronger than death. Bulls use their horns to gore the plague. That's what Bodo decreed. Huh. If that's true, maybe you've stumbled upon something genuinely important, little. Well, I haven't managed to get a bull yet, and where would I even keep it? So for now, I'm trying to bring in shepherds and brides for testing. You mean the Odong shepherds? I've been dreaming of taking a peek at their blood work myself, and not just because of the plague, but they never let us. Our blood is not for you. Our blood is for Bodo. There you go, just as I suspected. You'd probably have an easier time getting a bull to listen. You know, Doctor, in my wildest dreams, I'd take a bull and try to infect it with the plague. Then I'd observe what happens to a bull's body. Maybe we could even get a vaccine that way. Not this one-day thing we have, but a real one. You've got it all mixed up, little. The word vaccine is, of course, related to cows. But when the first vaccine in history was invented, it was about infecting people with a cow disease, not the other way around. It's even more complicated than that. They infected a child. Oh, the barbaric ways of our ancestors, with the illness of a woman who had previously contracted cowpox. I was reading about it all night. But doctor, it seems our local plague doesn't affect the bovine. No one's ever seen a sick bull. So if you and I infect one... You know what? I actually like this idea. If old shepherds really do get infected less often, maybe the bulls give them immunity somehow. What do you want with the bulls? I don't understand. Booz Vlad is in charge of the bulls. All of the bulls are his. You need to ask him nicely. Olgimsky will definitely demand an exorbitant price. No, we should ask someone else, like Burah. He's a local after all. So you'll handle getting us a bull, Doctor. Oh, lucky me. In the meantime, I'll prepare the plague shot, so we can, you know, expose our test subjects to the contagion at once. No need to rush. I have many other matters to attend to. The shot could spoil before I get to this. You've already decided you have other business, Erdem? Tell your Oyutan to let us go. To stop asking us to enter your house. To stop waiting for our blood. Give him the order. Good sirs and ladies, a bull is one thing, but your blood work could also be of great use. We can't make them do this, little, but if you think you can persuade them, then by all means, go ahead. Miraculous bulls. Bull Enterprise. All town cattle is managed by Big Vlad Olgimsky, and though I'm not a welcome guest in his house, he'll hardly dare refuse me. They report bulls carry sandpest asymptomatically. Their immune system defeats the infection. Time to study a bull. But where do I get one? Can I not just ask Artemy? Yakub's neighbor. Dr. Dunkovsky. Oh, I'm so lucky you're here. My housemate has gone off his rocker. He moves furniture at night, claws at the walls. Can you sort him out? What do you mean claws at the walls? My housemate was ill with the plague. Then he recovered, and started moving furniture like crazy, and clawing at the walls. Wait, what do you mean he recovered? Are we talking about the same plague? The sand plague? Sure thing, Doctor. The one and only. Yakub fell ill with it 3 days ago. I'll go to the dark wood, he says, and the wood will cure me. So he goes, and comes back in the morning, healthy and jolly as a moose, but something's going on with him at night. Where did he find a wood around here? Did you call it Dark? Is this the name of some village, Darkwood? I ain't got a clue. Didn't think my mate would pull through. I thought he went to the steppe to die, but lo and behold, he returned. It's not him anymore, though. It's like some creature wearing his skin, pretending to be Yakub. Give me your hand, I'll check your pulse and body temperature. I'm right as rain. It's Yakub, who behaves like he's been smoking weed. He moves furniture at night. He's barricaded the door, as if he expects someone to come for him. He sees beasts in the shadows, and he makes those weird sounds. Please visit us after dark and take a look at him. Or at least listen to him. I'm begging you, Doctor. You're saying he fell ill 3 days ago, and he is still alive. Perhaps another case of intercurrent illness. The healed one. I heard of a patient who managed to cure himself of sandpest. Must find him. In the crude sprawl. But first, our patients. Oh, hi, Lara. What are you doing here?
White birds are killed, yet black cats are beloved.
It's been days now, and I still can't believe there's a hospital in the theater, and that it's actually working. Though I see you're clearly short-handed. Would you like to be hired, Lara? Do you have something to offer, or did you just come to chat? Don't you remember me? I'm Lara Revel. 3 days ago, you were in the flank, at the shelter looking for stomatin. My refuge is always open to those in need, and today I've come to ask on behalf of one such person. Are you familiar with Stanislav Rubin? I don't think I did do that, looking for stomatin at the shelter. But we did do a whole water barrel quest line. She could have referenced that. Rubin? Of course I am. I came to you because of him. For his sake. I'm very worried about his condition. Is he ill? With what? His illness isn't physical. Physically he's healthy, but his soul is troubled. The main purpose of his life is to be needed. I know he's a good doctor and could be of use in the hospital. Alright, let him come. There's plenty of work. We'll find a place where his skills would definitely come in handy. Oh no, he's too proud to ask. That's why I came. To ask on his behalf. To live, he needs a purpose. And without one, he'll consume himself from within. Drive himself into the grave. I beg you for mercy. Bachelor, I beg you to pull Reuben back from the grave. Again? I mean, I love hiring people. I love hiring people. I love being the town's #1 source of jobs. Alright, fine. I'll talk to him. After all, one more doctor in the hospital really wouldn't hurt. Just don't tell him I asked. It would wound his pride. He hates being pitied. I don't care about his pride. If he can help, fine. As for pity, you can sort that out yourselves. Sin of despondency. Reuben is depressed after visiting the Kinds and needs support. Yeah, I guess he turned himself into the Kinds after all. Clara's here. Artemy's here. It's nice to see them all here. No talking to you about the bull, though. What do we have today? 4 people? Oh.
Isidore Bura lent me 2 books, a medical textbook and the one with songs. Should I return them to Artemy now?
That's interesting. We've got a full house at our theater today. 4 patients resisting the plague. Won't be an easy task to examine them all. Tell me more, keep it brief. Inventor named Hardman, local peddler named Gannett, Grouse, a rather odd woman, and Burdock. I think he's, well, a bandit. Not very nice to say about a patient, I know. What exactly did Hardman invent? So far, a way to get a hold of a confiscated barrel of infected water and drink from it. Some people got no sense of self-preservation. What are Gannett's complaints? It's others complaining about her. Neighbors saw her coming out of an infected district. She violated the quarantine. You say Grouse is odd? What do you mean? How do I put it? Her pockets were full of clay. We took it away. Can't bring dirt into the hospital. You'd better see for yourself, though she's not very talkative. What's so troubling about Burdock? I know this local type. They're the ones who loot empty districts after the plague moves to another one. So be careful around Burdock, Doctor. Just in case. He's still a human being, though. I'm not suggesting refusing him treatment. Hand me their medical charts immediately. 4 patients will take more time either way. Yeah, it's good I've already decided to not do them all today. I mean, not an all-in-one go. Let's start with you. Hardman. I can see the way you're looking at me. I don't have much time, so let's get to the point. What are your complaints? I have no complaints. What kind of sickness can touch a man who has access to knowledge that can cure any disease? And sure enough, now you're looking at me different. I can see a thirst for knowledge in your eyes. Get ready, then, to receive it in full. Is this a symptom? I feel like his eyes are moving rapidly? Weird? The theory is baseless unless it has experimental results to back it up. I'm living proof that my formula works. Now that I have it, I can never contract any kind of disease. I will be honest, though, the system is almost perfect, but it isn't flawless. It's still rough around the edges in a few places. Such as? Breathing, for one. The lungs grow in size, and relearning to breathe with them takes time. Unpleasant, but no more than that. And then there are the embovines. Ah, the embovines are the worst. Breathing issues, but embovines? What do you mean? You know, embovines. Nasty little things, always looking to get into your intestine. But I found a solution. All you need to do is close your mouth. Yes, it's that simple. Close it and don't open it again until they're gone. Embovines. I see. Although I don't. Overall, as you can see, it's a small price for staying healthy forever. But you must be curious as to the details. Don't hold back. Ask your questions. I admit, I do feel a craving for educated discussion sometimes, too. I still don't understand what you mean when you say embovines. You know, these little ones, like balls of bread. Terribly obnoxious. They came when I was testing the second, improved formula on myself. Haven't left ever since. What? You mentioned breathing problems? Could you be more specific? I have no problems, I'm telling you. That's the lungs cleansing themselves and growing, which causes the feeling that the air is being pumped out of them. A passing phenomenon, not worthy of so much attention. Normally, someone who offers a cure for every disease is either a quack or a fool, but every norm has its exceptions. Please tell me more about your formula. At last, you're willing to talk as equals. Take it in, absorb it, digest it. Now, have you ever entertained the possibility that water might be not merely a life-giving fluid, but also a repository of information? I have a bad feeling about this. Water is like a notebook you keep on your desk. You can write words in them, cross them out, write something else. Looks like you've read a few of those newest articles on chemistry, and now you're romanticizing the passive transport process a bit too much. Would you mind not interrupting me? You, for example, have impounded those drinking barrels because you think they were infected. So what's really in them? But all those barrels really contain is a string of words that can be corrected, turning the poison into its own antidote. Much like if you remove the prefix dis from the word disaffection. So my formula removes these dis from the diseases in the water. Do you get it now? Eases? We seem to be getting to the part where you say all you did was drink infected water, am I right? I abhor the practice of experimenting on other people. Every product of my creation is only tested on myself. My science transcends the empirical and the exact. It has its own approach that's distinct and unique. The experiments have not left you unscathed. All that's needed is a sheet of paper, a pencil, and some infected water. If you write the formula on a sheet of paper and wait for it to dissolve completely, you'll get water that's not only disease-free, but also acts as a cure. You don't believe it? Just take a look at me. Thank you for your answers. This was educational. Would you like to add something, maybe, about how you're feeling after the experiment? Dear colleague. Quiet. Can you hear it? Oh no, I'm afraid it's them. The Embovines. Yes, certainly them. There's one on your shoulder already. Be careful. Keep your mouth closed rigidly. There's an Embovine on me? They're just a figment of your unhinged imagination? Don't worry, there's nothing there. Don't worry, there's nothing in here. While you're keeping your mouth shut, let me look at the results of your experiment with my own eyes. Please go behind the screen. Normal heart rate? Alas, no Embovines found, nor any traces of them, and I was hoping to meet them. The Embovines confused me deeply. Vein damage, and here are the results of scientific breakthrough. The veins have completely darkened. So just vein damage, difficulty breathing, Embovines, etc. Well, not etc. Smoker, did he tell me that? Okay, let's go through this. Vein damage, that was like circulatory? Yes. Difficulty breathing, that should be respiratory. And was that it? Pointing us towards ink syndrome. Hallucinations? That would explain the Embovines, I think. The Embovines. Let me see if I can question him. Are you ready to continue our conversation? Oh. I can see there's no point in talking to you. What just happened to all my symptoms? Hallucinations, difficulty breathing, vein damage. This is pointing us towards ink syndrome. Whoops. This is pointing us towards ink syndrome. Infection often found in sewage and stagnant water bodies. That sounds right. It can also be present in fish tissues. The virus alters the blood's chemical composition, resulting in the darkening of blood vessels in the eyes and throughout the body's circulatory system. Hallucinations and difficulty breathing in patients may indicate brain damage, and therefore an almost inevitable fatal outcome. Risk groups: people infected interacting with specific step bodies of water of Gorkin. He did drink from an infected barrel. I'm gonna give you ink syndrome, Hardman. Embovines everywhere. A lot of thoughts here. Nothing all that interesting though. Next would be you, Rouse. What? And hello to you too. What seems to be the problem? I'm sick. Could you be more... Is that a normal eye color? I think so. Could you be more specific, please? Oh. How am I meant to treat you if you refuse to speak with me? Ask. How are you managing? What are your living conditions? Where do you work? Stomatin. At the Broken Heart? Yes. What do you do there? Everything. Have you been feeling nauseous for very long? No. Okay, nausea? I suppose. 7 days, 5, 2. Be more specific, please. 2 or 3 or 2. When did the reflux begin? Don't remember. Have you eaten anything unusual recently? Spoiled, perhaps? Or maybe you've overeaten? Don't know. Why are you holding your stomach like that? Is that the heartburn my assistant noticed? Stings, burns. Okay, heartburn and nausea? She really is giving me oh so much information here. That's something at least. Do you have anything else you'd like to add? No. I've been told the orderlies took some clay from you at the hospital entrance. They did. Then why did you have clay? Did you just eat it or what? Yes. Amazing. Does it taste good? Alright, if you refuse to verbalize your complaints properly, then at least let me examine you. Nothing legs. Nothing legs for sure. She seems skinny? Oh, allergies, something chronic, or consequence of infection. This thin. It happens with the very young. Or is this already an unhealthy weight? Oh, thin indeed. Okay, I have quite a few things to note down. I should probably not be waiting for all at once. She got something on the skin. I'll check off rash, I think, for now. Let's check off skin redness for now. Perhaps nausea and vomiting? I think dystrophy is the low weight. Yeah. Symptom for low weight. She said she had a heart burning sensation in heart. Oh, wait. We have heartburn. I think wait, burning sensation in heart, pain in the heart area. Heartburn is different from chest or heart pain by burning sensation localized behind the sternum and caused by gastric juice. How would I know? Localized in a different area. Should not be confused with chest pain and simple heartburn. We're gonna go with heartburn instead of burning sensation in the heart, I guess. Geophagia from Greek. Eating earth? But not only that, minerals, clay in short, raw products of inorganic nature often indicates the body's drive towards detoxification. Wait, there's a symptom specifically for eating the earth? That's her then. But I think that's everything. But I don't have a diagnosis. What again? Alas, we need to have another conversation. Or try to at least. Speak. The skin on your back is red. I sweat. When did this start? Always had it. Okay, so then I should check off that symptom? So your skin regularly gets irritated when you sweat? It's nothing unusual? Nothing. Okay, that helps. You're clearly dystrophic. I mean, you're quite thin. And not in a healthy way. You look malnourished. Maybe. So it hasn't always been like this? Don't remember. I think for sure that's a symptom that has to coincide with the clay eating. Alright, let me put it this way. Do your clothes fit you the same as they did before? Don't know. I'd almost suspect memory loss. It could be another symptom. If I didn't think you were mocking me. Are you? Are you trying to sabotage my work on purpose?
In truth, we're not powerless, but rather spineless.
Thanks for butting in, Artemy. I didn't think the other healers would be doing this. What are you thinking? Hold on. Before we move on, she said, "Don't worry about that." There's something. What were we just talking about? Dystrophy. She said not to worry about that, but I think I should. Why are you shaking your claw? Why are you sinking your claws into her like that, Shim? Don't you see what she's like? Let me pull you away for a moment. My claws? Now you're mocking me for certain. I need to diagnose the intercurrent patient to develop a vaccine, so this town can survive another day. You are an unkind person, Shim. You can see what kind of person Grouse is, and still you scold her like that. She could have refused to say even a single word to you, but she speaks anyway. Maybe my mania is too high. Is that affecting this conversation? He's telling me to chill the fuck out. Do you know her? Is she always like that? I remember Grouse when she was a little girl. She used to be quite the chatterbox, and then... I didn't see it, only heard stories. Some of her friends from the neighborhood were crushed by a stone slab before her eyes. Something came loose from its rigging. You're already familiar with these damned endless building projects of ours. That's a terrible tragedy, but whatever did this town's building projects do to you? Oh, wait, what? Are you being a Luddite? Building projects. Is that why Andre Stomaton hired her at his pub? Because he felt guilty? It wasn't the brothers' project. It was Farkad's. Him and the Stomatons were a little like you and me. Allies or rivals, no one could say for sure. They were doing the same job, but each one was pushing it in his own direction. What are you implying, Barah? I thought we were allies. Or are you having second thoughts about me and my methods? Whatever, it was only idle chatter. Just remember, Grouse is no fool, and her memory is as good as anyone's. Oh, okay, so no memory loss. I forgot to check that off. She's just seen something no one ought to see. If it had happened to you, you might have gone silent too. Maybe even stopped sticking those valuable opinions of yours into every nook and cranny. I'll try to keep my calm from now on. I really will. Grouse already told you the most important thing, Emsham. She works for Stomaton. Stomaton makes Twyrene and other step infusions, especially now that the demand's grown tenfold. I sell him herbs myself when I have extra on hand, but I at least know how to collect them properly. Twyrene infusions, but her symptoms don't really resemble those of alcohol poisoning. Herbs, Emshim. Grouse isn't the type to stand behind the bar entertaining clients, is she? No, she works in the back, and these last few days she's mostly been preparing the herbs. I bring Stomaton good ones. Clean, no flies, no leaf rust. But that's only me, and he'll buy them from anyone. Think about that. And stop torturing Grouse. Thank you for the hint, Barah. Okay, Barah's clue. That she works with the herbs. Well, what was the one I had? Step gastrodermal fever. A viral disease caused by bites from a golden herb fly, but Barah said he gives her... Well, he could have gotten the herbs from not Artemy. A characteristic green rash appears around the bite area, and the disease progresses to affect the gastric mucosa, leading to vomiting and nausea. Some patients lose the ability to digest food normally can only tolerate broths and liquid porridge. Symptoms also include muscle weakness, exhaustion, and breathing difficulties. A fatal outcome is likely. Risk groups, people spending an expensive period of time in the steppe, especially inhabitants of the steppe, shepherds, reapers, herbalists. I think so. I'm not 100% confident. Can I ask her anything else? About the clay, do you really eat it? I do. Have you always had such peculiar tastes? No, craving started recently. Now I too need to stay silent for a moment to think. Step gastrodermal. I think we're gonna stick her with a step gastrodermal fever. Rash, insect bites. Wait, yeah, that would make the skin redness on her back. That could make sense with that. Yeah, not 100% certain, but this feels right. Okay, we're a little more than halfway through the day. We'll leave Gannett and Burdock for a repeat. Thank you for the help, her respects. We've got other deeds to do today. Actually, it says here 2 steps from the hospital hides an underground children's laboratory, distributing dangerous compounds around the town. I don't even have to leave the district for this one. That's around here somewhere. Are you guys in association? No, Shamil. Don't you go there. It's gonna kill you. They say yesterday at the range it ripped the bull's spine right out. Think how strong it ought to be to tear a spine easy as picking a flower. So you say kill the bull. You reckon it's gonna stop eating once we're out of bulls? No shot. A wild beast is always fixing to rip someone's throat. If we don't put it down, it's gonna come to town, after our children. Hey, I know you. You're that doctor they gave our town on a platter. Now tell us, doctor. We got a beast all but roaming the streets, killing livestock. So why aren't you dealing with it? Wait, what kind of beast? Roaming the streets? That's a wolf. A female, but she's huge. Like 20 feet tall or so. I've never seen nothing like it. Wolf my butt. It's a bear, I'm telling you. You see them claw marks? Paw's huge as a skillet. And it roars like a bear too. I heard it lives underground, digging them tunnels. It pulls you down, then it picks your bones bare. Sounds like you're just sharing campfire stories. That's 'cause scarcely anyone's seen it, and them who did wouldn't live to tell. That thing is quick as a shiv. Before you know it, it'd be dragging you into its lair and gnawing on your spine. That's why I'm telling Shamil, don't you go to the cemetery. So the beast has settled at the cemetery. The train cemetery. It's out in the sticks, along the rails past the station. The thing even fixed itself a nest. We hear it every evening, howling at the moon, scratching its back on the metal. The albinos? That doesn't sound like them. I've seen that nest, and creatures I'm not certain to believe to be real. That's right. I've been laughing myself until I heard these ghastly howling with my own ears. Wherever this beast came from, it's gonna slaughter us all, I'm telling you. So, you guys are just hearing noises, then? Maybe they are just making noises. Although they seem like a fairly quiet group. Calm down. I'll inspect the train cemetery and determine the appropriate response. Maybe a patrolman dispatched there if needed. Terrifying step wonders. Albinos. Are step spirits attacking people now, or is it mating season? Eerie sounds are coming from the train graveyard. Townsfolk are gathering with pitchforks and torches to defeat the monster. Knowing their superstitious neighbor, they might do something irreversible. Yeah, yikes. That wasn't what I came here for. I'm in the right area, I think? You must be the Shrouder Maker. Catchfly. Aha! We made it last, Swindler! I knew you'd come. Everyone comes eventually. I would have prepared a Shrouder for you, but the Shrouders broke down. As soon as I fix them, I'll take pity on you and help you. Master Bra taught us to be considerate and merciful, even to our enemies. Why do you treat me as your enemy? You call yourself a doctor, but you don't help people. How many get better after your treatment? Patients only go one way, to their grave. I, on the other hand, fended off death with Master Bra during the first outbreak. We beat the pest with our schmutters. Oh, she's talking about Isidore. So what happened this time? Why can't you defeat this plague? It's all because of Crowfoot. It's his fault. We used to crush pills together, and it worked. Without him, the schmutters broke down. So you mean he has a recipe? Do you two have any kind of recipe? Of course we do. The recipe was crush pills, make schmutters together. But Crowfoot... but Crowfoot turned out to be a shooknak. He lost faith, and the schmutters broke down, and then he left. You keep calling people shooknaks, but that's not a word. A shooknak is a terrible monster. It drinks the blood of others. It takes, but gives nothing back. It's the meanest beast in the steppe, and Crowfoot is just like it. Maybe the Howling is a shooknak. We're hearing a lot about shooknaks. He left and took his faith in our schmutters with him. Without his faith, they don't heal people like they're meant to. They kill him. Where's Crowfoot now? Can I speak to him? He went to the shelter, like he has nothing better to do. Since he's wanted to help people, the son of a shooknak. If you see him, tell him to eat shit and die. Will do, okay. No, tell him about the schmutter. Tell him I can't manage without him. Maybe if he comes back, we could save everyone together again. And where do you live? Right here. This is my home and my laboratory. Isn't it obvious? Here in the streets? Won't do. Go to the Stillwater. Tell Eva I sent you. I know Eva. She's kind. Gave me some dried apples. Why'd she let a swindler like you into the Stillwater? Eva is too kind. I can't argue with that. Okay, welcome aboard. You're hired? We have someone staying at the Stillwater now. I sent the schmutter inventor to the Stillwater under supervision. Infinite supply of schmutters coming right up. Anyway, wait. The shelter? Here the grown-up chemist engages in charity. Okay, I've started this quest and I'd like to wrap that up, so let's do that. Quite a lot of things to do today. We'll see how much we can get done.
Why so jittery, Denkovsky?
Are you who I'm looking for? Are you the town hall doctor? We're running out of food. We got a crust of bread with our soup yesterday, but today, not even that much. Does the town really have no provisions to spare for the shelter? People are starving. I'm looking for someone called Crowfoot. I presume that's you? Yeah, let me just ignore him. I spoke with Catchfly, and she asked me to see you. Ah, my dear Catchfly. You're not the first one she sent. I've told her time and again that I'm not coming back, but she still can't let it go. She's living in the past. She's convinced that schmutters can cure the plague, but only if you believe in them. We were just kids when the first outbreak hit. It was only 5 years ago, but it feels like 20. The schmutters were the first game we invented. We made it all up. We were young, naive. Did anyone actually recover from the plague thanks to your schmutters? We played at being miracle workers, and our homemade medicines did help some people. A child's faith, you know, can sometimes be so strong it bends the world, it changes it. We wanted so badly to believe we were beating back death. But then you stopped believing. Why? The schmutters saved at least 2 lives, mine and Catchfly's. Our game of medicine helped us survive the first outbreak. But when the plague returned, I knew we couldn't carry on playing the same games forever. To live, one must grow and change. But Catchfly doesn't want to. That's right, she wants the good old days back. To her, schmutters are more than just a game. More than medicine. They're a memory, a symbol. I asked her to come with me, Told her we'd do more good here in the shelter, but she won't listen. She's too stubborn. So you abandoned your sister to teach her a lesson about not clinging to the past? Some brother you are. It wasn't about teaching her a lesson, we're just different. Whether they helped or not, Shrouders were our miracle. But now I'm searching for a new one, and Catchfly is trying to hold on to something that used to matter a lot to us. I wish I could be like her, but I just can't. This is very reminiscent of the major themes going on in Pathologic. So you're not going back to Catchfly? No. I come by sometimes, we talk, reminisce about the good old days, or just fool around. But there's always this, I don't know what to call it, this gap of faith between us. We want different things. And what is it that you want? Like I said, I want to help. I liked being a kid. I loved miracles. Growing up is hard and painful, but it's necessary. Adult life has no miracles, but there are many other things worth living for. Like what? You're going to laugh if I tell you. You think me naive already. I'm trying to defeat death. Believe me, I'm no stranger to naivete. Small deeds theory? The co-author accepted that the panacea no longer exists and started living a normal life. I can only wish the same for the girl. She begs me to talk to her barely surviving co-author. Supposedly, if he returns, the rare medicine's power will return too. Could I have actually convinced him? Maybe this is just something to learn. A message, a theme to be learned. I can't think of the right saying. I directed the young girl to I directed the young talented to Stillwater. We need to show her everything. Better she creates under my supervision and for the town's benefit. Yeah, she's been hired. She works for us now. Congratulations, you're hired. Looks like the shelter is expanding. The town's finest have invested in it. And some visitors, too. Let me loot. Let me grab some stuff. Ruben, there you are.
Stupid. Stupid. Oh, how stupid I was.
Oh yeah, real stupid. You didn't expect to see you here. Why have you come? I've come for you. The theater is now housing the hospital, and we're in need of doctors. This accursed town has fewer qualified doctors than it has stairways to heaven. I'm not a doctor anymore. I don't know who I am, what I am. What's happened? How did you end up here? I visited the Kinds. I've confessed everything, turned my very soul inside out for them. I told them I was ready to face punishment. Any kind of punishment. You know what they've done? Seeing as you're here now, they've done nothing. They've let me go. Oh, so that's what you're so unhappy about. You've been stripped of your chance to suffer. They are truly wicked, these Kinds, aren't they? I've been shown my proper place. They believe I'm not even worthy of their punishment. There's nothing more humiliating than the pity of the powerful. So you've come to the shelter to live out the last of your days. Should I remind you that there's plague in town? And you're still a doctor, and you've got duties. You've given the oath. Leave me be, Denkovsky. Just leave me alone. Let me disappear. If you change your mind, you know where to find me. Oh, new decree idea. Training orderlies. Ruben is depressed. Instead of Ruben is an idiot, we have Ruben is depressed. Instead of self-flagellation, Ruben should go to the hospital and help out. He heard the offer, now it's up to him to decide. I guess we'll see then. Hopefully he'll come around. I'll need to return to Stillwater for her, but that can wait. Why don't we try to get that bull? Big Vlad is responsible for all the town's bulls. The command needs one bull. One bull, please, Mr. Big Vlad. Here we are. I only have morphine on me.
I can't take it anymore.
I guess I should trade.
Might makes right.
Ah, it's you. What do you need, Bachelor? Your hospital has already drained me dry. And its thirst still isn't quenched. Let's cut to the chase. I need a bowl. You think it's that simple? You come here, ask for a bowl, and I just open the gates for you? The abattoir is paralyzed. Hunger is looming over the town. People are stealing every last scrap of meat or offal they can find, and you want a whole bowl. Who's going to compensate me for it? I can pay for it with emergency command resources. Let's talk payments. A bowl can't be too expensive. A bowl costs exactly what its owner asks for it. No more, no less. That's free market for you, Bachelor. They say that due to the state of emergency, an Inquisitor is being dispatched here. Are you prepared to answer to him for obstructing plague research? I'm not obstructing research. I'm refusing to help when it's to my own detriment. You're quite the bold schemer. Don't try to scare me with the Inquisitor. You count your own sins. Come back when you're ready to make me an offer, and stop wasting my time. Oh, hopefully I didn't lose out on...
Grip. Grab. Rob. Grub.
If it must be done. Now I'm ready to spend the resources of the emergency command on a bowl. I hope this will advance our research of the plague. 50 fuel, 50 equipment. Very well. The bowl will be delivered to you. In perfect condition. Soon. Don't worry about a thing. Go about your business. I'll arrange everything. Thank you in any case. Pleasure doing business with you. Oh, resources. Issue 1 bull. I used my authority and spent command resources, and now they must bring me a bull. Time to infect it. Back at the Stillwater. I'm gonna actually spend 2 hours trying to find the plague flower. When I was walking around here, I did hear ticking. So it's around here, but I didn't see it. But once we hit the 20 mark, I'll return here because we have some things to do and I don't want to miss out on that. And then we will reset the day, finish our patients, and investigate some interesting things over here. Or is it... Oh, over here. Okay, she's gonna come. Got it. Now we must hurry to the Stillwater. We have quite a few things to wrap up this day. Bull-less? There's no bull near the Stillwater. Must ask the household. Big Vlad wouldn't let me down, surely. Oh. We're just inviting everybody and everything into the Stillwater, huh? Yakov...
A good beginning is half the battle.
Are you out of your minds? Why... What did you drag an animal into the doctor's house for? It's already trying to eat the wallpaper. The booths told us to bring the bull to the Stillwater. Why worry so? We got orders. We bid Hebibdi. The master is joking. Take the bull outside this instant. We cannot, Erdem. It won't go through the door. Won't fit. Are you pulling my leg? How did you get it inside? The bowl breathed out coming in, but now it's breathed in like a bellows. There's no way you can move him now. Trust me, Erdem. I've been pushing bulls through gates my whole life. The bull likes it here. Kudeki kun. Kudekte kun. So he is not leaving. Yell at him and lash him all you want. Better not lash him. The bull chooses where it wants to be. No one can command it, not even the booths. Is it a permanent fixture in my house then? The booths told us to bring you the bull, and we did. What you do with it is manai kereg beshi. My apologies, Doctor. It's my fault. I looked away for a moment, and they pushed it through the door. I have no idea what to do now. We have a pet now! And it's trapped in the Stillwater. I do nothing, let's keep it. It's funny, actually. Someone comes on command business and runs into a bull. Are you sure? I'm sure. Let's proceed with the experiment. I happen to have the plague shot on me. I set everything up to administer it to the test subject. Thank you, Mr. Little. Please return to the patients when you are ready. Things might go south without your supervision. Blood of the infected? Oh, okay. Let's infect the bull. This is so worth it. It's so cute. Yes, you can live here forever.
Don't you think my color's faded?
What a lovely bull. Look, it has long eyelashes. Big Vlad played a joke on me. You too. This is not a cruel joke, not at all. A long time ago, I dreamed of becoming an herb bride and dancing for all of us, before the languishing eyes of bulls. This never materialized, but the bull will watch me as with languor here. Why did it never happen? Why did you change your mind? I am not sure. When I look to the past, at times it's like fogged up glass. I see shapes, but not details. Behind that glass, Farkad built the Stillwater. Behind that glass, nobody lived there long. I especially feel bad for that lady engineer. Behind that glass, Simon said that the Stillwater would accept me. Or was this after I changed my mind? Lady engineer? Yes, she arrived with the Wenirotex, but she never planned to stay long. That's why she took up residence here, in the guest house. What happened to her? I believe she left. But you don't know for certain? Huh. I was half expecting something else. If that's the case, you should follow her example and move to a different house. I infected the bull with the plague, and you sure wouldn't want you to contract it. Do not concern yourself with this. Not a single person has fallen ill in the Stillwater. That would have been too easy. It's not your body that this house challenges. Wait, it just occurred to me. What if the Stillwater protects the bull too and your experiment fails? Not a single person, you say? But how many lived here? Especially when a deadly plague was raging outside. Not all that many, but I'm not leaving. I was given responsibility for the Stillwater. You're almost family to me, but still a guest. A guest cannot force their host to leave. Fine, we'll hope for the best. What else can we do? Your orderlies visit you all the time. If you wish, they could do my blood work. Would that give you peace of mind? Well, if your blood work shows contagion, I'll have to invent a cure for the plague that very instant. Don't rush it, that's all. See what happens to the bull. There's plenty of space. Good for the bull and for your worries. Actually, it simplifies matters. You don't have to run. And you have all the more reason to stay inside the Stillwater. Eva, I don't need any more reasons to stay in the Stillwater. I already have one. Eva approves. Can you pet the bull? That's what the achievement is called. Adorn the Stillwater with a new pet. The infection already flows through your arteries. A huge bull on my head. Let's see how you fight it. Oh, it truly is adorable. Welcome aboard. And you're my chemist? Where's Crowfoot? You promised you'd talk to him. I did talk to him, but nothing came out of it. Crowfoot won't come back. Fine. I don't need him. I'll cure everyone without his stupid faith. I doubt it's a matter of faith. Crowfoot grew up. That's all. He can't. He promised we'd be kids forever. He promised not to let me go, and now he did. Fine. He can grow old as much as he wants, but I don't want to. He didn't let you go. He let his past go. There's a difference. But why? Why let go of the things that make you happy? You need to hold on to them for dear life. Schmatter's got us respect. Every kid in town knew that we chased away the pest with them. You could apply your talents elsewhere. I suspect you're no ordinary child. I saw your lab on the floor above. Master Bra had equipment like that. You make potions too? No, I specialize in a different field. For these studies, I need special equipment. Are you sure you're a doctor? Doctors use potions and powders. Doctors listen to nature and know recipes. You know recipes? I do. Mom taught me, and Master Bra. I can write them down for you so you can make potions. We could share knowledge like real doctors. Very well, colleague. I'll consider your offer. Chemist, naturalist. Stocking up on nuts. The old trade? Nice. Easy way to get recipes. Now Schmatter Girl is assigned to command. Will create in warmth, satiety, and without daily danger of infection. Welcome aboard. So many people joining us today. I do have quite a lot of things. Maybe I should trade. I haven't really crafted all that much, though. I have the calomel and strychnine recipes. What else is there? Reagent, herbal mixture, taurine, miradorm, bromide. I suppose I could use some of this as well. I don't have anything for my apathy. It's 18 already. Marbles, water, nutshells. I think that's good for now. Let's see, learn that. I can now make reagents. How'd we do at the hospital? Number 33 reporting in. I brought the reports on today's patients. What became of them after your prescriptions? Please review them. Thank you. Insufficient diagnosis. Well, let's see how I did with the 2 I diagnosed. Grouse. Correct. Nice. Grouse no longer eats inedible things after your pills, but it's absolutely impossible to inquire about her condition. Nothing more than uh-huh and yeah. And how did you manage to find the right diagnosis for her? You're a virtuoso, Dr. Ditkovsky. Truly a virtuoso. Yakov Little. And I did Hardman, which I got correct as well. Your preparations, colleague, have scared away the embovines. This is commendable. It's pleasant to be convinced that you're not a charlatan. Though, I'll be honest, I almost miss them. I'm extremely occupied by the question of where they went in their exile. After all, they served as companions to my discovery, accompanied me in my scientific quest. You think the embovines could steal my formula? Hardman. Alright, 2 more patients to go, but I think we will prepare this projectile and go hunt the Shabnak. The lanterns. They truly are beautiful. This has to be the best decree. I love it so much. Look at this. Okay, let me switch over to this version. Right, I'm fighting her. I don't need to find the flower again. I need my matches out as well. Let's light that. And I'm just gotta wait for her to show up. I think I hear her. Or do I? Oh, she's coming, for sure. Please don't go out. The fire went out. Shavnak subsides. You subdued her for today. There we go. I really do need to lessen the plague impact on this town. We have about 4 hours. Maybe I can do another patient. Okay, next would be you. What was your deal? Gannett. Should your eyes be yellow? One of the most fascinating things in the steppe is stumbling upon a Deseret. Do you know their horns glow at night? It's breathtaking. Do you visit the steppe often? It's part of my job, Doctor. You think the kin have no use for our town's goods out there? Of course they do. Really? So what do you sell to the kin? Everything. Once an Odong ordered a portable gramophone from me. You know why? To stay awake at night herding bulls, he said. Imagine that. You're walking around the steppe and what do you see? An Odong with a gramophone. Sounds like the setup for a joke. Will you let me go, Doctor? Back to selling gramophones to the Odong. Who snitched on me? My neighbors? What are you hoping for? The infected districts are dangerous. No need to try and scare me, Doctor. You're not very good at it anyway. I have goods left there. What else am I supposed to sell? The steppe air? Are those goods more valuable than your life? No goods means no life, Doctor. There's no leaving town to stock up, and more districts are getting quarantined. How am I meant to make a living? Soltorum? Soltorum planus sunt omnia. Why is everyone in this town so keen on killing themselves? You're talking like a steppe buzzard. They're always screeching about death, too. Die! Gives me the shivers. Alright, to business. Since you're in the hospital already, what seems to be the problem? Besides the fact they've dragged me here against my will, well, been hard walking far lately. Not so much strength in me anymore. Feels like I can't get as much done in a day as I used to, and there's this pain in my chest too. Chest pains and weakness? When did you start feeling weak? 2 or 3 days ago, I went on a brisk walk out into the steppe, and was all but crawling on my way back. And that was the moment you chose to present me with a lovely little quarantine, right where my goods were. When your chest pains start? On my way back from the steppe, it feels like something's pricking me from the inside, like a thorn growing. Could I have hurt my spine? All these years trading, carrying everything on my own back, and I handled it all right until this. Okay. What do your trips to the steppe usually look like? I just load my goods on my tray and off I go. To Shiken first, then further out onto the temporary camps, where the bull herds are. I buy things to sell in town from them. I pick herbs and berries on my way too. For myself and for trading. Was the latest trip different somehow? I don't think so. It's getting colder, but that's autumn for you. So beautiful, though. The autumn is the best season to be here, so you've really chosen a good time to arrive. Okay. Just weakness and chest pain. There's weakness. Where's chest pain? The heart? No. No. Oh, here we go, chest pain. A lot of things it could be. Please step behind the screen so I can perform an examination. Right, her eyes might have been a symptom. Normal heart rate. Very pale skin. Okay, pallor. Very pale skin. Ooh. What's that on her forearms? Such a spirited one could have gotten into a fight over her goods. So bruising or hematomas? I think hematomas is the medical word for bruises. And that's it? Ooh, hopefully this isn't a difficult one. Severe pallor. Check that off. Hematomas. Bluish blurred spots. I think it's hematomas that would be for bruises. Otherwise, I'll check off skin redness or something. So, have you found any sores? Or did no good neighbors of mine snitch on me for nothing? Not for nothing, maybe. May I ask you some questions? Her eyes, I forgot about that. Is yellowing of eyes a thing? Red eyes, visual impairment, irregular pupil shape, darkened eye capillaries. In a normal state, capillaries are colored red due to blood and are generally invisible. Their visible darkening indicates serious illness. I'm gonna check that off, maybe? Photophobia? And where does all this bruising on your arms come from? My tray. Do you know how heavy it is? Always carrying it with these two hands of mine. All these years. You could call it a work injury, I suppose. But it's alright, I'm used to it. So you're saying not to worry about the bruising. You say you make regular trips into the steppe, but your skin is quite pale. That's strange. That's just how I was born. There's no in-between for me. Just pale or red. Used to be I'd get burned in a minute under the steppe sun. Now I've got more sense, so I cover up and treat my skin with ointments, like the herb brides taught me. There's stains on your dress. I can't tell. Is that blood? Were you injured, or is it something else? Stains? Really, where? Right here, on the chest, and down the skirt. I don't see any. Wait, let me have another look. They are definitely there, I assure you. Tell me, how's your eyesight? I have a good eye. I do. Can see a lone herdsman in the steppe when he's still an hour's walk away. But I didn't notice the stains on my dress. For some reason. Not until you pointed them out. Curious. So you're telling me you've never had trouble with your eyesight before? No, doctor, never. It surprised me too. And the stains. I found some crowberry bushes on the way to Shiken. Ripe and heavy, so I ate my fill. You grab a handful and the juices run down your arm. That's where I must have dirtied the dress. Do you realize how dangerous it is for you to just pick up and eat whatever grows in the steppe? Don't worry, doctor. My stomach could probably digest rocks if I needed to. I'll eat anything. How could I survive walking all across the steppe without foraging? I think I can guess where your illness came from. One moment, please. So, struggle... Yeah, visual impairment is what I'm learning. Weakness... She said not to worry about the pallor. She said she had chest pain for sure. And she said not to worry about her bruising. But do we believe her? This leaves us with brachiocardia and nephropathia epidemica. Let's take a look at brachiocardia. Infection caused by bacteria found in unwashed fruits and berries. Metropolitan Institute suggests fruit worms as carriers of the infection. An infected person initially complains of chest pain, hallucinations resulting from the damage to the heart and brain. Subsequently, the poison produced by infected tissues manifests as blackened veins on patient's hands and changes in the shape of pupils. Black rash is possible. This group's peasants, well, she did eat berries. Group of viruses varying. Contact from vira animals in their waste. People in contact with animals' rural residence. Let's just go with bradycardia. The berry thing sounds about right. That's how you contract it. That does check off with everything else. And if anything, we'll just give another shot the next day. Alright. You, sir, I believe your name is Burdock, will leave for tomorrow. Let me return to Stillwater, see if I can get the results again. Okay, did I diagnose her correctly? Scan it? Wait. Yeah, scan it. Correct. Doctor, you ruined my whole trade. I'm sitting on a hospital bed, twiddling my thumbs, while the town and steppe are in need of goods. Just don't detain all the merchants, or you won't be happy about what's going to happen next. Or send someone yourself to the plague districts. So much good stuff is going to waste there. Even medicines for your hospital. Scan it. Bradycardia, that's what it was. Just got one more person. But first, let's see tonight's pantomime. And then we will, continue on. We've got more stuff to see today. And we have a chat with Eva ready. Where is she? Here? By the bull? Oh, the bull is gone. Does everybody except for Eva disappear during this time? I guess so.
The day is over. The end draws ever closer. A new pantomime is rehearsed here.
Such a quiet, peaceful day today. Almost ordinary. As if life has returned to its usual course, even amidst all the grief. Truly quiet. No big events. I wonder, is this the calm before the storm? It is day 6. And day 7 the Inquisitor arrives. You know, Maria told me that today would not come, but it has. That's happiness in itself, isn't it? I had a conversation like that with Maria too. Yesterday. Or, well, in some other impossible yesterday. Maria fascinates me. She doesn't like me, but I still admire her. But she lives by all or nothing, and so she doesn't see the possibilities that reveal themselves in the twilight. It's good that you do. Why doesn't Maria like you? I don't know. We've never quarreled, if that's what you mean. I think she doesn't understand how someone can live my life. Not striving for anything, not rushing anywhere. Just gazing at what's nearby and basking in that beauty. She reproached me with something like that. I don't believe you're not striving for anything. I've seen people like that. You're nothing like them. Sometimes I do feel empty. There's so many people around who strive to fill the whole world, to leave their marks everywhere. And I don't even like it when the music is too loud. It interferes with hearing what's there beyond the wall. We all sometimes feel like it would be better if we became someone else. Don't think about it too much. Better, tell me, what will you remember about this quiet, ordinary day that came after all? You know, I still can't believe there's a bull wandering around the Stillwater now. He's so sweet, his breath is so warm, and he nudges me gently when he wants affection. I asked because you never know what tomorrow will bring. What if a storm really does come after the calm? Then it's better to hold something from today tightly in your fist. I'll hold this conversation in my fist. It will be my talisman.
He was exhausted, dead tired. Kept saying, if I fell asleep, no one would wake tomorrow. It's like he was frightened of going to sleep. Felt he had to write to rest. So what were we to expect from such a man? He who never sleeps ends up sleepwalking. An exhausted helmsman spells a ship's demise.
So, now what? He's not standing in our way anymore. We can finally act precisely like we see fit.
In our way? Who's we? I have my own approach to the sand pest. So do you. Be on your way.
What matters is that he would be on his way back to the capital of his.
Still getting used to the new voice actors for Artemy and Clara. It seems I'm dead tired. I'm eepy and in bed. And they're taking advantage of the situation. They have free reign to do whatever they want while I'm asleep.
Living.
Alright, let's see if Anna Angel actually kidnapped all the kids in town. Well, let's see if she's even here first. There she is. Oh. I am a little disappointed that she hasn't had an outfit change. Victor is here as well. Oh, and Vlad. He looked like a random NPC. Well, we're here for Anna. Anna Angel Chateus. Oh, the character trophies are always so good. Nasty rumors circulated about this highly unpleasant woman. Either she killed someone, or she stole some children. I only heard it all in passing, though. This town seems to be a refuge for dozens of people who wish to disappear off the face of the earth. Again, I really wish she would have had an outfit change.
Just don't touch the face afterwards. Just leave the face alone.
What do you want? Don't touch me. I said don't touch me. Easy, I have no intention of touching you. I just want to talk. Then take a step back, and keep your hands where I can see them. Tell me, do you know Katerina Saburova? Why do you care? I'm trying to figure out if she has any motive to slander or frame you. Of course she does. Have you heard about that daughter of hers, Clara? The one who eats human flesh. Maybe she even kidnaps children, too. Which is why Saburova's tripping over herself to deflect any suspicion from her darling daughter. What did she say about me exactly? That I make cups out of children's skulls? Almost. She said children had gone missing in the hindquarters, and alleged that you somehow had a hand in their disappearance. Wait, so you came to me and just blurted all of this out? Why? I don't have time to be a detective and a doctor. Just tell me why Saburova is so suspicious of you and I'll leave. Well, I had this stint with the traveling circus. I was a gymnast and a barker, and there were some children who performed with us, yes. And maybe some of them started off in the audience, and maybe some of them never went home afterward. It did happen, but it was a long time ago. Suppose a lumberjack hangs up his axe one day, and then years later a tree falls in the forest. Surely you wouldn't say that it fell because the lumberjack was swinging his axe around in his past life, would you? If I was told that a tree fell in the forest and a lumberjack had been seen in its vicinity the previous day, you get the idea. It's a similar situation with kidnappers. My head was killing me yesterday, but the children were being so damn noisy. I asked them to go play somewhere else, that's all. Besides, I couldn't have kidnapped them even if I wanted to. Have you seen those nasty little urchins? I wouldn't touch one with a tightrope walker's pole. Disgusting. Why did they decide to play outside your house of all places? Seems a bit suspicious to me. Why don't you go ask them, I've been trying to figure out what the hell keeps pulling them toward my house, but it's been useless. Why do you think I came to the pub? One of those mangy little shits was on the swing again this morning, and the way it creaks makes my skin crawl. Someone could really stand to oil it at least. Wait, you saw the children this morning? No, I heard them. Like I said, I couldn't bear listening to that awful swing creak again. So I said screw it and came here. The only place in town that the little rats can't scurry into. They all get away with anything they want at this point. Even their own parents walk on eggshells around them. I'm going to go and check. Don't go anywhere. What? Disinfection. Use quartz lamps to disinfect public spaces. Thank you for the inspiration, Anna. Anna Angel denies the accusations of kidnapping children and claims they're hanging around under her windows. That's Isidore's house. She's complaining that people are gathering at Isidore's house? I would have assumed that she meant this playground here. Maybe she just doesn't understand why the children gravitated toward Isidore so much. Anyway, what are you doing here, Victor?
Soot is more precious than fire. Fire fades, but soot feeds the earth.
All the world's a stage, and all the men and women merely players. Enter the Inquisitor. Right, the Inquisition should be arriving tomorrow. But I highly doubt that it's going to be Aglaya. The Inquisitor, you say? I'm not afraid of her. I don't want you to think that I am. I'm not afraid of her, so that's one thing. And two, I'm not afraid of her at all. What I'm saying is that fear has nothing to do with it. She's not coming as an Inquisitor, but as a sister. She's not coming to see them, she's coming to see us. And here we have a conflict of interests. If the Inquisition was even any use in the first place. Who is her? Tomorrow, Aglaya Lilich, an Inquisitor, is coming to the town. Who is she? Inquisitors are trained to solve unsolvable problems. The almighty powers that be send them wherever a situation calls for a non-linear solution. But unsolvable problems are seldom solved without bloodshed. She'll leave no stone unturned. Whatever we've nurtured, she'll uproot. Whatever we've grown, she'll drown. Whatever we've hidden, she'll drag out into the light. Perhaps that isn't a bad thing. You call turning order on its head not a bad thing? You'll be executed too, Denkovsky. You're daring, headstrong, exceptional. To someone like Aglaya, a person like you is a problem that needs to be solved. I haven't done anything to merit capital punishments. I'll make the Inquisitor realize that. Had it been a different Inquisitor, I would have said they were coming to solve the plague, to find a formula of salvation, a task at which both you and we have failed. But that's not the reason Aglaya Lilich is coming. Then what is? To destroy Simon and Nina's work, I suppose. Could that have been what she's been doing this whole time? A statement like that calls for an explanation. Aglaya Lilich is Nina's sister. Maria believes Aglaya is driven by envy, by her all-or-nothing approach, but with a rational twist. Nina was life itself. In all its vicious glory, she had so much life inside her that there was none left for Aglaya. She's a walking formula, and formulas don't like it when roles are broken. A sister, you say? Domestic rivalry all around. You can't build a new world by relying on intuition alone. We should combine calculations and scholarship with visionary, daring ideas. The polyhedron never would have floated in the sky if we hadn't doubted the force of gravity. Thanatica is based on the same ideals. I doubt death's inevitability, but I still take microbiology seriously. Aglaya can't stand the very concept. Does she envy Nina? I don't think so. I think she just despises anyone who dares to challenge their own doom. She will arrive tomorrow, and she'll do everything in her power to screw up both of our lives. Come on, let's have a drink. Sure. Maybe we'll get 2 Inquisitors tomorrow. Victor warns to beware the Power's representative, for the town and for me. Tomorrow's arrival is an ill omen. In his family, Victor Kine is closest to the real world. Human weakness aren't foreign to him. He drinks at the pub. Okay. are you here for similar reasons, Vlad?
Just don't touch me this time of year. And don't touch anything in here.
The perfect shape, a circle, in the center, a small circle of a park. From it, boulevards radiate in all directions. They split life into sectors, and life spreads outwards, like ripples on water. Is this how you want this town to be? Or are these just general musings? Everything should be different. Absolutely everything. A garden city could have stood here. Have you heard of such a thing? It is a protest against industrial expansion. The idea is that a city should be designed in such a way that it is pleasant to walk along its boulevards, pleasant to look out its windows, with wide streets and sensible, appropriate decor. So it is nothing like where we are. The Kinds don't need a pleasant town. They need a complex town. One that creates daily obstacles for the body and soul. And ordinary people, they especially don't need a pleasant town. They live as they live, build as they build, and they hate it when you try to interfere in these natural excrescences. The people not good enough? Not accepting your attempts to improve their lives? Well, well. People are easily frightened. I was afraid to plow through the town, to break down houses and tear up streets after all. That's a sure way to quarrel with the Kinds and frighten people by bringing change. I tried to improve life gradually, drop by drop. Drop by drop. Why are you speaking in the past tense? There is still time. The Inquisitor is coming. Did you know? Yes, I know. You know, I've never encountered the Inquisition, but I've always been fascinated by them. They say they see just decisions as if they were drawn in the air with a T-square ruler. I believe that his judgment will be just, and that all the guilty will receive their due. Maybe then this whole disjointed life will finally straighten itself out. You believe the Inquisitor is a he. You talk as if you believe you deserve to be executed because the streets of the town are uneven. You need to sleep it off, Vlad. Garden City. Vlad the Younger worries for his family on the eve of the government Inquisitor's arrival. Alas, I can't help him. Okay, well let's go to Isidor's house. Andre's here, but nothing to say from him. Let's question the supposedly missing children. Murky again! Good to know you haven't been kidnapped, Murky. Although you are the only one here.
Where's my doll? Who will feed it?
Did you get kicked out too? Kicked out from where? By whom? From the hideout. We were playing hide and seek, and Sticky kicked me out. He said I was peeking, but I wasn't. Do you want me to speak with him? Tell me where Sticky is, and I'll go right away and tell him that you weren't peeking. I can't tell you. Bear said a hideout everyone knows about isn't a hideout anymore. Bear? Now who's that? Our new doctor. Right, brah. He's a bear of a man indeed. But anyway, where is your hideout? How do I know you're you? Maybe you're Buckholdoi. What's a Buckholdoi? A bear says a Buckholdoi fears neither fire nor death. It only fears one thing, and that's fairy stories. That's why Bear tells us fairy stories when we sit around the fire at night. It scares the Buckholdoi away. I see. Haruspex has taken a bunch of orphans to his... I mean, is it just Sticky and Murky or other kids as well, to his lair? Although we don't know where his lair is. Alright, go ahead. Tell me a fairy story and you'll see that I'm not a Buckholdoi. I'm not afraid of fairy stories. No, you tell. You tell me a fairy story. I want a fairy story. Fine, a fairy story it is. Any special requests? 3 days ago, you listened to a hazelnut, started telling a story, and never finished it. That wasn't fair. 3 days ago. On the third day? That's another thing I missed on the third day, then. Bear says stopping a story halfway through is a dastardly thing to do. Only a bulk holdoi would do that. A good person always tells a story all the way through to its happy ending. Wait, when was that? 3 days ago? I don't remember. Could you remind me what story I was telling? I want to know what happened to Lilith and Quirky. If you don't tell me, then you're a bulk holdoi. Alright, let's go. Lilith and Quirky, you say. Once upon a time... It's been a while since this has happened. In an old town in the steppe, there lived a sister and a brother, Lilith and Quirky, and they had 2 friends, whose names were... Wayward and Zippy? Yes, exactly. Thank you, little girl. Well, one day, a shaman named Bavai came to town. People gathered in the town square, and the shaman Bavai showed them his... underpants! Quite an imagination you have. No. Bavai showed them his magical moving tattoos. Black skulls clackered their teeth on his chest. Snakes slithered on his shoulders, his neck, and all around his head. Black bulls grazed on his hairy back. But that wasn't all. As Quirky looked closer at a tattoo on the shaman's chest, he saw that it was... Quirky's parents? Mom and Dad. Yes, precisely. On his chest, Quirky saw a tattoo of a boy walking through the desert, toward 2 figures. They were his mom and dad. Well, later that night, Lilith and Quirky were sleeping in their hideout. A quiet sound woke Lilith up. She looked over at Quirky, and even though it was dark, she could see tattooed black snakes crawling around on his neck. Frightened, Lilith took Quirky to some water to wash the snakes off, but... a snake bit her. Yes, the tattoos wouldn't come off, and one of them crept over onto her palm. Then Quirky hit his sister and disappeared into the water, as though she'd been dissolved in it. Lilith didn't know who to turn to. The town only had one doctor, an incredibly handsome fellow named... Snarkovsky? The very one. There's a lot to say about him, but the most important thing you should know is that he's a good person, and definitely not a bulk holdoi. And this dashing doctor examined the magical tattoo on Lilith's palm, shook his head gloomily, and clicked his tongue, like this, tisk tisk, which usually doesn't bode any good. I hate when someone goes tisk tisk. Yeah, me too. But the doctor told her that the shaman Bavai had infected Quirky with a terrible sickness. The sickness of remembering and missing your loved ones. He'd done that to lure Quirky out of the hideout and snatch him. Now Quirky was walking through the steppe right into Bavai's giant bear paws. So in order to save him, Lilith had to... follow Quirky's footprints. In order to find Quirky, Lilith had to let tattoos cover her whole body, and that hurt a lot. So to make the tattoos grow faster, the doctor gave her... brown twire. Exactly. The doctor gave her a magic herb. Lilith ate it, and suddenly moving tattoos covered her entire body. A map of the steppe appeared on her stomach, and Lilith set off on a journey to find Quirky. She walked through the steppe for... 2,025 years! That's a bit much, but if that's how you like it, alright. Yes, she walked through the steppe for 2,025 years, until all of a sudden, tattooed footprints began to appear on her skin. The tattoos seemed to run around her body. They were the footprints of... bears? Bear tracks appeared on the ground as well, and all of a sudden, a whole pack of those ferocious animals surrounded Lilith. They were about to tear Lilith apart when she realized that they were nice bears. They weren't angry at her. Okay. That's one way it could go. It was Bavai, not Lilith, that the bears were angry at. The shaman was terrorizing all animals, so Lilith offered them to band together. Exactly. They banded together to take on Bavai. His lair happened to be close by, and when they went inside, they saw lots of children. Exactly. For years, this yes, exactly. Bachelor just confirms everything she says. Exactly. For years, the shaman had been kidnapping them and making them his slaves. He fed on children because he was a Bolkoldoi, and only Lilith could defeat the Bolkoldoi because she had a gun. Right. I don't think you're listening to me. She didn't have any weapons, other than her sharp mind, of course. Boring. Why can't she have a gun? There's no pleasing you, is there? Alright, if you want a gun, then a gun it is. She drew her revolver, fired from the hip, and put 200 bullets in the shaman's chest, never missing once. That's the coolest story in the world. I like Lilith. I want to be like her. I need a gun. If I give you a gun, will you tell me where your hideout is? Bear says kids shouldn't have guns, but maybe you could talk to him and he'd let me take your gun. He's at the hideout right now. It's really close by, on the riverbank. That means it's not far from here. I'm going to go and have a look. I hope your friends are still there. Guns for Murky, I say. Murky can have all the guns in the world. Murky's separated from her friends. The rest are under the factory. Murky has been found. The rest of the children should be behind the factory. Artem, if you're here, the first thing I'm going to ask you is if I can get a gun for Murky. Maybe he has a spare gun he can give Murky. Behind the factory. Wait, Wonder Bull? Oh my god, Wonder Bull cameo. A fine bull. Whose is it? Who lives here? Wonder Bull! It's nice to see you again. Good to know that we both get bulls, I guess. Here we are. All the children are accounted for, so that's where they disappeared to. Far from the rebel's knife and the plague-ridden embrace of the infected. So it was other children too.
You might be a doctor, but you're certainly no teacher.
You? How did you know where we'd be? No one ever comes back here. Murky squealed on you. She sold you out for a story. So it was Murky. Huh.
Yup.
Murky the turkey. She should have learned her lesson when we kicked her out. We told her this was a secret place, and now the bird-brained went and babbled it all over. Why are you hiding the children? People are looking for them all over town. Wow, this hideout must be awesome if they can't find us. True enough. I promised my father I won't abandon the children. His final wish was for them to be protected, and hiding them is the best way to do that. Don't you trust me, Shim? There's this concept you might have heard of. It's called reputation. Shardal Gatai, Shim. I did what I had to, like I always do. The children needed saving, so I saved them. And you haven't thought of the consequences. Keep on like this and you'll be public enemy #1. That's why I want you on my side, Shim. When the time comes, you can support me. You know I haven't kidnapped the children. Of course I will. Fine, I promise. Thanks, physician. They're still looking for the children, though. If I were you, I'd tell the town they're fine, and you haven't kidnapped them after all. You have a point there. Sticky, go visit the Sabarovs in the Rod. Tell them I haven't eaten you. Aye, sir. Okay, this is where all the kids went. The children are with her respect. He's protecting them from the plague. Well, at least we got to see Anna Angel. This was funny. How about we go see this patient who recovered from the sand pest next? Is this the building? Yes. Maybe I should have calmed down before I came in here.
So
A little bit of drugs will do. What the hell? These noises. I wouldn't say he survived the sand plague, whatever he did. I don't know if this is much of surviving going on in this building here. Paper bowls.
the broken ones don't lie.
Just a house full of screams, I guess. A house full of sounds from hell. Oh my god. Clara, please, we need a miracle. Get me out of here and help this guy. Yakub's neighbor. Yeah, the same guy from before then. For the 47th time, go away. Leave me alone, damn you. Tell him to come out. Tell him to open the door. Clara, what are you doing here? I guess you always show up when another's life is falling apart. Oh, you're here, Doctor. Getting in my way once again? That man behind the door is not human. He is mine, you understand? Go away. What are you both talking about? I live in this house alone. It's just me and no one else. I had a housemate, but he died of plague 3 days ago. But it was you who asked me to take a look at him. You found me in the hospital and told me that Yakub recovered. You are driving me crazy. I never asked for no such favors. I did not go nowhere, and I have no idea who you are, mate. Get out of my house. How do you explain the sounds? Where did they come from if nobody else is home? Do you not hear? Go away, Doctor. Leave it before it's too late. Everything in here is fake. Do you crave more illusions? Go see Shabnak. She misses you, poor girl. Right now you're getting in my way. I'll manage on my own. Manage what? What's going on here? Man went to the Blackwood. Man came back. This is bad. That wood is the root of another world. I alone can heal, but the Blackwood claims men and gobbles up their souls together with the plague, pulls them inside its maw. We must uproot it. This is why I came. I am a changeling. I can deal with shoots of a different world. You cannot. There's nothing left for you to do, Doctor. As you wish. I inspected the house already. Nobody's home. If you want to play it clear-seeing, I won't get in the way. Everyone here is mad, completely unhinged, and this one's no different. illusion. It was too good to be true. Okay, have fun in there, Clara. I don't know what the fuck this was about. Well then, why don't we... It's about time we go investigate another possibly odd and scary steppe creature. They heard a monster's roar here. Do wolves live in the steppe? Let's go find out. Maybe that's tied to this quest. Dead iron things. Just take a look and immediately back. Should I run? I have a revolver and it's stronger than any local evil. Beast or human. There's nothing to fear. I don't know. I don't believe it's the albinos.
I could use some quiet. You're too high strung. Every creak, like a gunshot.
Should I be scared again? It kind of sounds like a Pokemon. So are the albinos gone? Their nests are still here. There are wolves in the steppe. They fear people. Maybe these are just unwanted things. That's totally the noise I'd expect to hear out of a Pokemon. Another bone. What a remarkable place. I think I've been here before. Was it the same beast that scattered the trains? I am curious how the train graveyard came to be. These trains are in such odd positions. I'm sure we're not going to get an explanation.
I'd rather not hear this.
Okay. We found the Pokemon. They fear people. There are wolves in the steppe. Maybe these are just unwanted things. You even have a little wolf house? Dog house? Roar! Were you the one howling right now? I never thought a child could make that kind of sound. Impressive. Go away! Go away, human! I can't. What can't you do? You're trembling all over. Are you unwell? Wounded? Has the beast attacked you? They've stolen my face! Stolen it! Awoo! What are you talking about? I'm looking you right in the face. It's there. The mask! The dog mask was my face. Without it, I can't contain my beastly nature. Awoo! This is so funny. The dogheads are not beating the furry allegations with this one. So that's what this is about. You're one of those polyhedron kids, right? The dogheads, I think you were called? No, I'm not one of them anymore. Not without a face. Have they banished you? Grrr. I left on my own. Can't do without a face. Without a face, the beast will jump out. Will pounce. You've been here for a few days, right? In the cold, without food? That's not good for you. You need to go home. The face! I need a face. It will contain the beast. Roar! Without a face, I need to hide. Need to go far from people. So you're not leaving this place without a dog mask. Don't you have any spares in the polyhedron? They've stolen them. Stolen our faces. Grrr. No spare faces in the tower. Awoo! Who's stolen your Faces, I mean. The cat lovers, renegades who don't believe in beastly nature. Their chieftain has declared war on us. Grrr! They've stolen our faces, stolen and hidden them. Stolen halves then. I'll look for a new face for you, girl. Their stash of trophies is probably at the warehouses somewhere. Stolen halves hide stolen dog faces somewhere in the warehouses. Perhaps a mask could return the dog girl to civilization. Yeah, otherwise I think she's just gonna stay out here until she starves to death. Notkin's people robbed their rivals. Let the chieftain reign in his own. Okay. Cave Kenem? The monster turned out to be a doghead girl. Her mask was stolen, and she went feral. She won't steal a bull. Feral dogheads. Okay, let's go check out Notkin's warehouse.
You need a partner, a buddy, a grass snake maybe.
Check this gambit, mage.
When the cat's away, the mice will play.
The officer does not move that way. The officer moves where it damn well pleases. He's the one giving orders, ain't he? Is that some sort of made-up chess? I'm unfamiliar with an officer piece. Use your eyes, Doc. Who do you think this guy on the horse is? A circus clown? Only officers can afford horses in a war. I'm gonna move him here to cover my profit. And what is a profit? Is that what you call a rook? No rookies here, only hardened veterans. The prophet is a mighty useful piece. He sits tight, can't move a square, but he sees the enemy's moves before they happen. It foresees the enemy's moves? Convenient indeed. And what is that piece over there? Whoa, Doc, you really don't know nothing, do you? That's a camel. Moves slow, but he carries other men across the desert in the middle of the board. This one, beside the camel, is the Plague Doctor. Many consider it weak, but only the Plague Doctor can undo the last 3 moves in the face of danger. A fascinating alternative to classical chess, don't you think? Useless piece, if you ask me. Can't capture nobody. He just announces I'm dead. He ain't even allowed to cut a pawn open, let alone the king. I'm very confused and interested in this version of chess. But, Notkin, we need to talk. Your Urshins stole some masks from the polyhedron. Have you no shame? What's he talking about, chieftain? Did your people really raid the polyhedron? I wouldn't know, would I? Doc here thinks mine are the same as yours. You tell him, Khan. I don't care for no discipline garbage. My soul and halves are free people. They do what they want. Aren't you their chieftain? I thought they did what you said. They listen to what I say. That ain't the same thing, see? But you old-timers can never understand. So... I thought you had a chain of command. If you got robbed, Doc, go bother the thieves. Don't you see I'm in the middle of something? I have a profit to save. I can tell you one thing, though. What you're looking for isn't here. The castle is for big, important stuff. Ain't no place for your petty garbage. Must be in a stash somewhere. Where exactly is that somewhere? Like I said, out there, on the streets. My guys make new stashes every day. Who keeps track? Hey, Caspar, I saw it. You weasel. My camel was on that square. Trying to swipe it while Doc was distracting me? A stash in the street? Do you suggest I rummage through every crate in town? Silent treatment. Stolen halves acted on their own, not refused to rat them out. What did I expect? So, run around and search the warehouses then? That seems to be all the progress we're gonna make here with these two. I guess I'll run around for a bit. Maybe I can ask Grief. Maybe he knows about local children and their shenanigans. Why are you standing? This is very odd.
A fool's tongue is long enough to hang them.
Oh, look who's here. What are we feeling like today? Some tea, some booze, or some dead man's shoes? Oh, I know what kind of tea you serve. Tell me, do you know where the soul and a halves like to hide their loot? What do you want with those kids? It feels like snatching an invisible cat. They're the ones who snatched something. The masks from the polyhedron kids. I figured you'd know where they keep trophies like that. You wouldn't last a day as a criminal, Dankovsky. Even kids are smarter than you. Who in their right mind would set up a stash and never change the spot? You always move stuff around so no one catches on. I don't have that many trackers to go sniffing out kids' hideouts. Do you have any of those masks lying around? I just need the one. Well, that's a fine how do you do. Where'd you get the idea? Who do you think I am? My own enemy? Taking on those kids' bad side by peddling their stuff? So even you are weary of them. Incredible. No trading either? I have quite a lot of stuff on me, Grief. I would have enjoyed some bartering. So Grief is gonna be of no help. I still haven't seen anything yet. I guess I'll keep wandering. Oh. I was creeping through crevices and cracks and found a box. Holy shit! Dog head mask. Sewn from burlap, stuffed with dry eyes. Smells like a dog. Now who's this rustler and scratcher? You're doing a bad thing, mister. We don't sneak into that. Hospital of yours to steal your stuff. And you, look at yourself. Come on, return our property. Or are you one of those people who will steal from kids? I could trade for it. A little doggy howled that these masks don't belong to you. Why did you rob the dog heads? Aren't you ashamed? They're my masks. I'm a doghead myself. Or I was, but not anymore. He's one of us now, and he brought the masks. That makes them our masks. The tower kids can curse us till they're green in the face. We don't care. Their tower's on its last legs, too. It'll fall any day now. If someone's left the dog heads, they don't need a mask anymore, do they? Let alone this many masks at once. I'm going to take one as a souvenir. You can't take stuff without permission, mister. Why are you like this? Now I'm cross with you. You can forget all about getting to see us burn them in the bonfire tonight. Oh, they were gonna burn the masks? So you were going to burn those masks anyway. And I can't see why you won't let me have at least one. It's not an ordinary burning. It's ceremonial tot. We need the masks for a ritual to banish the dog spirit. What do you need them for, mister? Let's go with this one. This one sounds the most interesting. For Khan, he's decided to perform the same ritual in the cage your leader Notkin put him in. He intends to disown the dog heads, but how can he do it without a mask? The Khan? The top dog? Disowning his doggy head? Disowning his precious tower? Fancy that. Impossible. And yet it's true, I just spoke to him. Khan's captivity had made him rethink his ideals. He's going to altogether disband the dogheads. But he must have at least a single mask for the ritual. Wait, so I'm not a traitor? Since Khan himself is disowning the tower. You aren't. You just knew which way the wind was blowing before anyone else did. You should be proud. Then take this mask, if it's for something this important, and tell Khan that even though there won't be any dogheads anymore, he's still the best at leading the pack. I certainly will. Doghead mask. A bestial mask restrains a bestial nature. Sewn from burlap, stuffed with dry grass. Smells like a dog. Also, if you're curious and you are also wondering where this was, it's right here, tucked in between these two warehouses on the left side, before you cross the tracks. Anyway, I'm gonna return the Khan. I wonder if he'll address me making up a story about him. And then let's head back to the girl. What the fuck was that? Knew when I just randomly scream? Okay, yeah, there wasn't any dialogue with Notkin or Khan. So back here we are. Seems like we're gonna have to go through the whole train graveyard maze again. Is she still here? Yes, she's just gone quiet. Roar! Hello, I have a face for you. Here, look. Is this what you wanted? Are you ready to put it on? Grrr! No grabbing the beast! The beast won't surrender! I guess I better do it myself. One moment, just keep your head straight. Oh, away! Hands off! Red rum. Oh, I'm so sorry. I haven't wounded you, have I? So embarrassing. You can't imagine what an honor it is for me to meet a famous thanatologist, a researcher on the cutting edge of science. And the way you've seen me, shameful. You actually know what thanatology is? Really? Of course I do. As soon as I learned how to read, I dived into encyclopedias, science encyclopedias, most of all. Such a temptation for a child. The fossilized life forms, the whims of evolution, the inner workings of the body, and the mind too. But the mind is an organ of the body. And with those kinds of interests, you still believe this nonsense? The mask helps you avoid turning into an animal, and all. I think you just got lost in your own game. I have a deep respect for you as a thinker, Dr. Jankowski, but you do well admitting the possibility that there are some natural laws yet undiscovered. What seems child's play now might become the beginning of fundamental research one day. Stop taking those tall tales so seriously. Humans do have a measure of beastly nature, but it's definitely not a burlap dog mask that keeps it at bay. I have empirical data that allows me to disagree with you, Dr. Jankowski. In any case, thank you for finding my face, my mask. This is an odd turn of events. Tell me, will you return to your people now? Either home or to the polyhedron? It's cold out here and not safe overall. I will. I'm alright now. I don't want to see the reminders of the beast's triumph over the mind, either. All these truth things, ugh. I hope you never had to experience anything like that. I'm glad you came back to your senses. Good luck. Humanity restored. Doghead picture. My picture. The moment she put on the mask, the girl changed dramatically. Now she'll return to people. Such strong self-persuasion, or child's play. Well then. Looks like we've done everything, all but diagnosing our final patient. So let's head to the hospital. Okay, if I remember correctly, your name is Burdock and you're a thief. Burdock. Your eyes are red. Where's the wise woman? I asked for a wise woman. You don't think regular treatment would help? You can't help me, Stitcher. Without a wise woman, I'm done for. Never should have tried to work that mark. Greed got the better of me. And now the jig is up. He cursed me. I have a feeling I'll regret asking, but tell me what happened from the beginning and how it has affected your health. There's this oof bird in town named of Pockface, a huckster. Owns a few shops. Got so much money he could use it as kindling. But everyone knows it all came straight from the evil one. It's not his. An oof bird? As in a rich person? Can you please express yourself a bit more clearly? It's all clear as day, Stitcher. Let's get to the point. Why beat around the bush? Everyone knows Pockface consorts with the evil one. Sold his soul in exchange for wealth, and now he's living it up. Where does that kind of money come from? The guy is all ginned up in his silk. His house fitted out in oak and ash. He's a dodger, I tell you. What does any of this have to do with healthcare? Don't you see? Folks tell the truth about that guy. The evil one doesn't help people out of the goodness of his heart. That's why Pockface is rotting alive, covered in scars and sores. A walking corpse, really. Traded in his soul and flesh for the sweet smell of scratch. I think I'm starting to understand the reasons for your distress. Have you met with Pockface recently? Just let me say my piece and don't interrupt, Quack Doc. I'm laying it all out for you. It was 3 Fingers from Hindquarters who tipped me off about Pockface's place. Said he was an easy mark. Anyone could walk right in. No tools needed. Well, I decided to take it. Seemed like a simple job. You decided to rob Pockface. Am I parsing that correctly? You thick or something? I went to Case to join after dark, while the bat was still in dreamland. Job went south. He woke up. I drew my piece on him, but I'm kinda short on bullets, you see? So we jawed for a bit, and then Pockface laid this curse on me. He said I'd rot in my own skin, just like him. Put that damn jinx on me, he did. Starting to rot alive too, are you? Got a tail growing? Horns coming in? I was cracking jokes at first too, but then the fever hit me. The shakes. My forehead's burning like a stove, and this headache grabbed me like devils are dancing inside my skull, just buzzing and buzzing. Oof. That's some powerful witchcraft. Let's start marking things down. He has... when did I select this stuff for Burdock? Fever, headache, eyes. Weren't the eyes at the bottom? There we go. You have a fever? Let me feel your forehead. Is there anything else? He hawked a loogie right in my face after he hexed me. I gut-punched him, stuffed my bag with whatever was lying around, and scrammed to the boys' hideout. Gave the loot to our chief, but the curse took hold by evening. Droplet spread. Alright then. Please step behind the curtain and take your clothes off. Let me have a look at this curse of yours. Excessive thinness. Unhealthy pallor. Oh. So many bruises. A bandit's life is hard. Or is this all signs of disease? Bruises, pallor. Bruises and quite fresh by the looks of them. On one hand, not surprising at all. On the other, maybe it's a symptom nonetheless. And his weight. Bruises, pallor, weight. Bruises, pallor, weight. Oh, there it is. And I think hematomas is for bruises. Just gotta figure it out. Yeah. Looking like anemic vasculopathy. Case of airborne transmission. Risk groups, gravediggers. Well, he caught it from somebody else. So, where do you want me now? Right here. I need to ask you some questions. Well, go ahead, Stitcher. Why are you so pale? Is it anemia? Gastritis? Maybe cirrhosis? You watch your mouth, Quack Doc. I'm fine. And keep it simple so it makes sense. You're fine? Give me your hand. Palm up. Fine is someone like me, and you're deathly pale. Haven't you heard that curses stick stronger to pale people? Some doctor you are. I'm a real shit magnet in that. The sun's always flipped me the bird, but nighttime witchcraft latched onto me right away. Okay, don't worry about the pallor then. And where did those bruises come from? I can see they're fresh. What kind of question is that? I was probably in some kind of dust-up. You know how it is in my line of work. You'll be asking to tally up every nick and slash next. Who keeps count? I suppose you mean you were in a fight. Let me take a closer look. Does this hurt? The blood in the cavity has already clotted. You have strong blood vessels. I'm tough as nails, Stitcher. Okay, so no hematomas. Your eyes are red. Could be inflamed. Something with the blood vessels, or have you been crying? Getting cocky there, Stitcher? Think before you speak, huh? Or I'll make you cry. Your bruised ego is an answer in and of itself. Nothing wrong with my eyes. You're just nitpicking. Bardock, your ribs are sticking out. It's painful to look at. Did you eat properly? You've got no business staring at my ribs, Stitcher. Why are you crooning at people like some cat that got the cream? Dragging everyone into a corner and feeling them up. Be they men or women. Disgraceful. You don't go feeling up worms too, do ya? I'd actually like to see a worm come to the hospital. Unfortunately, no Odong has been admitted to the hospital, yet I'd love to feel them up. You're the sick one here, Stitcher. A bloody worm lover. I can tell you're hiding something? I guess? Headache. He said don't worry about the red eyes. Or this, or this. Or this. Yeah, okay, I understand. Burdock, I can tell you're hiding something. That's a shame because I'm a doctor, not an investigator. But I'll have to play the investigator, pay a visit to this pockface, and drop by your place while I'm at it. And you'll stay here under the orderly's watch. Be grateful it's not the patrolman. Visit to the sorcerer who stole his soul. Visit to the bandit hideout. Okay, so it looks like we're gonna have to investigate this guy like Filat. Where is this taking me? Right by where I live. Burdock tried to rob him. Could he have contracted the disease there? Before the hospital, Burdock lived at the warehouses with his accomplices. So I have to go to 2 separate places. Well, surely the guy he contracted this disease from is going to be the most useful one. I don't know if I'll have enough time in this day, but I will try. Okay, is it this building or the next one over? This building. That's unexpected. Pillows on the walls. Children building a pillow fort. I think that's the exit. Locked. Open. Blood on the sheets. Bloodied rags in the trash. Did Burdock lie to me? Did he wound his master after all? Burdock? His name's Burdock, is a criminal. He must have concealed the severity of his transgressions. Pockface. So then, you had the sand pest? Get out! Out! I'll curse all of you, you scum! And don't you dare touch anything! It's cursed too! Where's my whistle when I need it? No need for the whistle. I'm not a robber. I'm Dr. Denkovsky. I have some questions for you. You can sort out all the questions with the investigator, and you'll be the one answering. Who died and gave doctors permission to snoop around other people's houses willy-nilly? Get out, I'm telling you. I understand your distress. You were recently the victim of an attempted robbery. Tell me, were you injured? Do you think I can't stand up for myself just because I'm old and poorly? I'm a sorcerer, haven't you heard? And I'll curse you if you don't get out of my house this instant. Apologies, I meant no offense. I just need to get to the bottom of something. And I need you out of my house, immediately. Do you want to experience the curse firsthand? There's a patient in my hospital. He has the sand plague, and he could have infected you. Are you going around looting houses under the pretext of an epidemic? Think you'll get away with it since the town is in chaos? Artemis certainly did. You have it all wrong. I'm a doctor. I run the hospital. I'm trying to fight the epidemic and the chaos it's plunging the town into. You'd help me a great deal if you... A doctor? What kind of doctor would mindlessly ransack someone's home? Open your eyes if you have any grasp of medicine at all. Last chance. What do you see around you? The cushioning. I haven't seen anything like this in other houses. Does it have something to do with your health? Well, we established that you have eyes. Congratulations. But what about your ability to think? Can you formulate even a remotely convincing hypothesis? I am. I suspect you have brittle bones due to age or perhaps some medical condition. Well, you do think like a doctor, but a mediocre one. Did my ointment not give you a clue? Or my dermatology reference book? I have epidermolysis bullosa, the butterfly skin disease. My skin is congenitally? My skin is congenitally fragile. From any little bump, you wouldn't even notice. I'd get an open sore. So that's what it is. I was close but lacked the expertise to diagnose you correctly, unfortunately. Well, at least you're not above admitting your failures. That's a plus in my book. So you're not here to rob me or gawk at a sorcerer covered in sores? What did bring you here? The man who tried to rob you was admitted to my hospital. He claims you did some witchcraft on him. I came here to test a hypothesis. Ah, that one. I spooked him so badly he almost dropped his revolver. Then he grabbed my paperweight along with the gilded pillbox and jumped out the window. Serves the scoundrel, right? That'll make him think twice before robbing honest people. You're saying he's at death's door? Not yet, but he's contracted something and believes you put a curse on him. A curse? Well, of course. You know, I live as a recluse and don't go outside for obvious reasons. My illness has tormented me since birth. My father left me several shops when he died, and they're managed by hired staff. But the people in this town are superstitious. Since birth, does that mean that it's not contractable? So people are spreading rumors about you. People won't shake hands with someone like me, and on a bad day, they might even bring out their pitchforks, because they're ignorant and uneducated. Take my appearance, combine it with a successful trade and some wealth, and there you have it. Pockface is now the town's demon worshipper. Do people really believe you're a sorcerer? Take a good look at me. My house should be bursting with gold in exchange for such affliction. The diamond should be spilling from every crack, but my profits are nothing out of the norm. Did Sorcerer Pockface sell himself short when bargaining with the devil? I'm so tired of all the gossip, the rumors, and the constant attempts to hurt me. So when that scoundrel broke into my house, I decided to play along, and it worked, didn't it? Phallic species rerum. But I know for a fact that your illness isn't contagious. It's a hereditary condition. So what's wrong with Burdock, then? Good luck with your research, Dr. Dinkovsky. If that's all, I'd kindly ask you to leave. It's time for me to change my dressing again. I have to apply the ointment every few hours. Take care. Pockface made up the curse. So... And his disease is congenital. Burdock couldn't have been infected by the sorcerer. Okay. This right opposite grief? So then are you part of Grief's gang, or you guys an unassociated neighbor of Grief who also does banditry? Let's start here. Simple bandit life. They smoke right at the table? Has this ashtray ever been washed? That's why they're all coughing. Was Burdock coughing? I don't think I noticed that. Smokers are vulnerable to lung diseases. Well, if he lives here, he's probably a smoker too then. Ah, expectorant. A cough remedy, of course. Can't recall. Was Burdock coughing? Worth checking. Either way, a working hypothesis is taking shape. Respiratory infection among people living in less than ideal conditions. Reinfecting each other? Burdock's accomplices are suffering from coughing. Perhaps they all share the same diagnosis. Cups of cough remedy everywhere. Seems they keep reinfecting each other. Oh, these guys are coughing. Everyone's coughing, as if I never left the hospital. That's a patrolman. Why is he here? You lost? The antiques are in the other warehouse. No, I'm exactly where I need to be. Burdock lives here, doesn't he? Who's asking? Dr. Daniil Denkovsky. Burdock is my patient. Yeah, we've heard of you. So what brings you here, Dr. Daniil Denkovsky? That tough customer Burdock tried to rob a local shopkeeper. Do you know anything about that? Tough customer? He's just a petty punk. All talk and no action. And that robbery made him completely useless. What do you mean, useless? I mean that he's only good for jerking off, and shits his pants at the first sign of trouble. Can you go into a bit more detail? Pogface gave him such a scare that he outright stopped eating. It's been days now, and all he does is drink water and shake, the useless schmuck. That would explain his weight, but not really? Does that mean I truly don't have to worry about his weight then? He lost his appetite? That's strange. He's always been like that, bolting at the first sign of trouble. He might look tough, but when something spooks him, he turns pale as fresh winter snow and then spends a week jumping at his own shadow. So then don't worry about Pallor too, just like he said? So this is all par for the course, from your perspective. Yeah, and when Pockface sold him that lie about witchcraft, Burdock stopped sleeping altogether. He's so scared of the curse, he just lies there and whimpers. So Burdock only told me half the truth. You say he couldn't sleep and was crying? Like some stupid broad. All my boys make fun of him now. They call him Miss Bird, and paw at him as a joke. At one point, he couldn't take it anymore and even snapped at me. Tried to start a fight. Well, I helped him cool off real quick, and he spent the whole evening licking his wounds. I see. But then, you're telling me the same things he told me, which is not to worry about, like, all of his symptoms. I can see why he wasn't keen on talking to me about his examination. He acts like a big deal, but then falls short. Shouldn't get cocky if he doesn't want to catch it in the neck. Thank you, you've been a great help. One last question. Are any of your other men sick? Don't be getting your hopes up, friend. Burdock's the only weakling in my crew. The rest of these guys are tough as nails. They don't bend and they don't break. Everyone's fit to duty over here. Anyone who tries anything has no shot. Good gracious, I meant nothing of the sort. No one is planning to attack your warehouse. My interest is purely medical. Well, you can stick your interest right back in your medicine. Scram before I get the urge to show you just how healthy my boys are. I'm sorry, this is a misunderstanding. The picture's coming together. The sorcerer isn't contagious, unlike the accomplices. I need to take another look at Burdock. His bruises are from beatings. So, what did I have originally? Yeah, he often, every time he gets scared shitless, he goes pale for a while. His hematomas is from a beating he got from his boss. And he usually stops eating around the time he also gets scared shitless. This still doesn't explain the red eyes. Could it be measles? Would they all have measles? That'd be weird. Bodak was lying. I think I looked at that one. Other bandits roughed him up. Sleep in one room like soldiers in barracks, or like orphans in an orphanage. Crowding, a constant contact. Perfect environment for spreading infections. As punishment due to low status, someone was evicted from the common beds, or because of illness, tossing, turning, disturbing others. And what's that? Smells like vomit. Wiped up some filth. A number of respiratory diseases have such symptoms too. That's the reason for sleeping on a separate bunk. Oh, I can check off nausea and vomiting, then. The water's been sitting for over a week. How can anyone wash here? One washstand for everyone? Yeah, unsanitary living conditions is my big takeaway from this. And I'm gonna consider... once I find it, nausea and vomiting. I guess I need a second round of questioning for things to become clear, though. Okay, I have more questions, but I doubt you're gonna be any helpful, seeing as you already lied about everything to me. I've met with your pockface. Well, give me some good news, Stitcher. How do we lift the curse? There is no curse. He has a rare illness, which isn't contagious, by the way. Pockface isn't a sorcerer. He was just trying to scare you. As for your condition, you've simply contracted something. I'll have a diagnosis soon. Well, I'll be. So Pockface was just spinning tails? I guess I lucked out. Alright, Doc. Do what you gotta do. Just let me off the hook already. I gotta celebrate lifting the curse. Stay put, Burdock. The curse is one thing, but we still need to diagnose you. The I's are dotted. Time to finally settle on Burdock's diagnosis. Danielle is coming to more solid conclusions than I am right now. No more questions, then. I seem to be pointing towards his home life. Over half of his symptoms were something not to worry about. But for sure he has a fever, headache, nausea, and vomiting. I didn't really address the red eyes. But his boss did say he's been crying. I think I chose the wrong dialogue. I chose to talk to him at... No. That leaves us with quite a few things. Nephropathia epidemica, tularemia, and influenza. Wait, has he been coughing? I forgot to check. He has been coughing. That's helpful. That's good. That is good. Oh my god. Influenza. That simple symptom. An acute respiratory disease caused by influenza virus affects the respiratory tract, considered the most severe among acute respiratory viral infections. Risk groups: smokers, definitely. People living in crowded conditions, yep. Disease manifests suddenly with muscle weakness, severe cough, headache, photophobia. And this is definitely something that could be passed between people. But, his chieftain could have been lying about his men being tough. But if he wasn't lying about that, maybe, they're all asymptomatic and passing it between each other. But he always said Burdock was of a weaker sort. I kind of feel good about influenza. I don't think I'm going to get any more hints. There we go, finally. Diagnostic results. Let's go find our results and see if I can put in a vaccine. And correct. All diagnosis is correct. Well, you're a smart one, Doc. Really not a curse. You weren't lying. Turns out I'm feeling better from your mixtures. Well, consider us square now. You're one of us. And we'll still take care of that pockface, since his witchcraft doesn't work. Uh-oh. Want to cut see you around. Oh. I mean, surely he won't live that long, right? Maybe I shouldn't have treated him. He's gonna go kill Pockface for sure. And that guy has it hard enough as is. But hey, vaccine. Protocol 6. Let's put that in. One more step. All diagnosis is correct. I gotta leave the lanterns up. That's like the best one. Protocol 6. Oh yeah. There we go. Alright, and that is bringing us to the end of this episode. We witnessed the Haruspec's kidnapping a bunch of children. We now have a bull and a Schmatter inventor, who just seems to be another traitor, living in the Stillwater with us. And we've heard word that the Inquisitor is arriving tomorrow. Although, we won't be moving on to the next day just yet. I think next time we will do a time travel cleanup. We have quite a few objectives to go back these past 3-4 days. Lots of things we can redo, especially on day 5. There are some day 5 things that we can go back and do now that, you know, the town isn't gonna die by that day, and now that the kind's like us. So, yeah, time travel cleanup. Anyway, that's it for today, guys. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.